Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the late night stream. All right, we're live again. We have the new Weiss Zero, Re-Zero. We also have all these wonderful slab breaks. We've got tons of breaks. That's what we do over here. Hey, what's up, Mr. J-Dog? We're going to say new Weiss Re-Zero. We're also going to say lots of breaks. We're going to say Hot Live Customs. We're going to say Snorlax. Close. He's sort of close. He's almost halfway. I'm going to hit save on this. He's 4 deep. He's the one that's going to go first, probably. Let's jump over here to live alert and let people know we're live. We're going live for Monday night. All right. That's done. Let's hit refresh. Hey, what's up, Mr. Armin Lotfi? Armin Lotfi? What are you doing here? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. It's Mr. Armin Lotfi. Let's go ahead and delete this. All right, let's see. We're live once again. I was having a little before stream snack. I was eating tinned mackerel. You guys ever eat tinned fish? I love fish. You are? I had that with a couple crackers and a jalapeno olive. It was so good. So good. Let's see. I finally stopped feeling bad. I woke up feeling terrible today. And that has worn off. Now I'm feeling a little bit better. All right. Here is this. Good. We're live for Monday night. All right. Looks like I got some messages on Facebook. What do people say? You know, I never read these. I should actually respond to those messages sometime. I really don't use Facebook very often. Mr. Anthony Haymeyer wants me to forward these items. All right, I'm going to mark this unread. We might get this done tonight. I probably should. I mean, there's no reason to procrastinate on something like this. Okay, we have a Team Rocket Grunt pre-order, 1 hot live custom. Thanks for giving me the good luck. Ooh, okay. So we have a pre-order for a live custom. And then Mr. Nick Pollock was the last person ordered on the website. Let's test the website. Okay, no one new on the website has ordered since then. Let's close this and let's open this. We have a new item on the menu. It's Weiss Schwartz Re-Zero for the Weiss community in our group. We got people who love Weiss. Let's grab the website here. It's on the website. For once, the picture on the website is actually our picture. Hey, what's up, Mr. CSman? Can I see the new vintage pack break? Yeah, absolutely. Give me a second. Let me pin this. There we go. You missed that rocket pack break. It went off so fast. And you know what's crazy? Some of the cards that came out of it looked really like they were in good condition. So hopefully this pack is the same way. This time it's going to be Gym Challenge. It's quite a bit cheaper. It is. There's already one person in here, and we're running a 2-person gym break. It's a gym challenge pack, but also we have this thing called gym breaks between 2 people. It's a 2-person split, right? And so that can get you a spot in here for 30 bucks if you like flipping coins. But here it is. This is gym challenge. Don't forget, some people, they don't want the unlimited as much. I sell both first edition and unlimited, and I find that they're both pretty good. And if you get a good card out of an unlimited pack, it goes for a lot of money. But what's interesting about Gym Challenge Unlimited, and I got to remind you guys about this, this gives you a chance for the corrected Charizard, it's called. It's a hyper rare Charizard called corrected Charizard. If it's kind of like pulling Team Rocket, you know, Error Dark Dragonite. So only the unlimited packs have a chance for that. When they released Blaine's Charizard in Gym Challenge, they made a mistake where in his attack section, they put a fighter energy where it should have been a fire energy. And then only in the unlimited version did they fix that. So I've only seen that on eBay a few times, and every time I saw it on eBay, it was about 4 times more expensive than a standard Blaine Charizard. So we could pull that here if there's a heavy pack, and if it happens to have Charizard, and if it is going to be a corrected Charizard, because there's not a lot of those. We are all right. So there we have it. Let's grab. No. Let's finish putting this together. All right. We got to finish setting up. That's what we got to do. We're going to check out ads. Ads are on. Cool. Okay, cool. So nowadays the ads turn on automatically. I noticed I have an option for multi-stream with this software I'm using. So I probably ought to take advantage of that at some point and auto stream to a secondary source. But where should I auto stream? That's the question. All right, I'm turning on our iPad here. This is where we're going to host all the messages. You know what I ate for dinner tonight? I had 2 lobsters for dinner. Not 1, but 2. I had 2 lobsters, which was so cheap. My God, was it cheap. It was cheaper than Taco Bell. 2 full-size lobsters. Nothing's wrong with them. It's just fast food's gotten so expensive, you can go eat lobsters at a better price. That's how bad it's gotten. These lobsters were $14. Full-bodied lobsters, claws and everything. I took pictures and shared it in Discord. And I got to eat them, and they tasted pretty lobstery. Actually, after eating them, I was more convinced that crab legs are the superior seafood. Because I don't eat lobsters super often, but I eat crab legs all the time. And that was something I'd already, suspected. Let me show you guys. Look at this. Look at this. That's 2 lobsters with claws and everything. And that was $14 each. And I would describe them as kind of like, probably about medium-sized. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just like what you'd get right out of Red Lobster. $14 each. That's how expensive fast food is. I can eat 2 lobsters for $28, or I can get $28 of Taco Bell disgusting slop, sludge, garbage. Fast food is way overpriced, man. Why should a lobster be the same price as fast food? It tells you a lot. It means they're price gouging at the fast food checkout. That's what they're doing. They're price gouging, man. Fast food's a ripoff. It was never... Cat says, I don't know, that lobster meat was green. Those are the guts. The whole tail wasn't like that, just the end of the tail. That's how it works. Same way with, like, if you eat crawdads, right? You said you're going to eat crawdads, right? If you rip the tail out, the guts come out. So, everything else was just like it should be. You just pull that part off. It really doesn't have a bad flavor anyways. I just ate it. Yeah. Seafood boil is better than a fast food. Yeah, I don't know about that. I didn't have a seafood boil, but I had 2 lobsters for $28. That's about how much Taco Bell would have cost for me these days. Unless you're just getting like bean burritos and that's it. If you get anything decent at Taco Bell, and then with taxes and especially if you have DoorDash delivered. Man, our DoorDash deliveries from Taco Bell, which we don't give very often anymore because it's so overpriced, it's like $40. So I can have Taco Bell with carrots for $40 or 2 lobsters for $28. What? Makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. What a ripoff. And the best part, the lobsters were already cooked. All I had to do was steam them so that they were warm again, and that was it. It's a quite inelastic good, so they low-key can just do that. Which one's an inelastic good? Tail guts and beer. Yeah, it tasted fine. It tasted like seafood. But again, I was convinced that crab legs are better. So crab legs are better, for sure. All right, one live custom for Team Rocket Grunt. Is he here? He's not here. I tell you what, since he's not here yet, maybe we do the first thing first. So this is Anthony Haymeyer. Email address, PayPal, phone, return address. I don't really have any instructions or special requests. Let me know if there's anything else you need. Thanks again. All right, so let me know if there's anything else you need. I told him to read up on how Propstein works. I guess I'll just forward it to Propstein. Fast food. A person eating McDonald's often won't change because of an increase in price, for example. Oh, you're saying that they'll keep eating the fast food? I learned about elastic goods a long time ago, a really long time ago. We're talking like, that was all the way back in community college when I was taking Eco 1 and 2. And I'm trying to remember, an inelastic good is like a good... Is it a good you're not allowed to change the price on? Let me look at it. I'll just look it up again. You probably just learned that term. All right, give me a second. I scored A's in those classes, but... All right. A product whose consumer demand stays the same even when the price goes up. Okay, there you go. So it's the consumer who is the actual inelastic one. The consumer buys it whether it's high or low. For some reason, I thought the word was applying to the product itself. But yeah, I mean, in a way it does. It's about the relationship between the consumer and the product. But yeah, I don't know. I do think people are sensitive to food prices. When I come in here and I tell you you can get 2 lobsters for $28 as opposed to $28 of McDonald's slop, you maybe stop and go, geez, I should take a look and see what my other food options are because McDonald's doesn't even taste that good. All right, so I'm in college right now, so I'm showing off my intelligence. Here's Team Rocket Grunt, One Life Custom. I loved economics class. It was one of those things I loved so much. Stuck with me a long time. I was so good at it, too. I took macro, micro, and there was a social studies program called, was it just socioeconomics? It was so long ago, I can't remember the name of the class. Here it is. So I took 3 economics courses, and I did really well in all of them. I also got an A in accounting, too. It's very interesting because I didn't really try that hard, and I still got good grades. But the courses were tough. Like, they were like, proper courses. It was just the fact that my brain was it was retaining all the knowledge. It was retaining everything it was reading. So that's how you know you're interested in something. It's when you don't easily forget what you read. That's how you know you're interested. Your brain wants to remember. Team Rocket Grunt, you got a fresh Topps card from your pack. That's not bad. That might be worth a lot of money if it grades 10, by the way, like $100. All right, there we go. Do you have the Lapras EX? I don't know. Do I? Which Lapras? We're playing a little, what is the name of this? Terraria. We're playing a little Terraria right now. All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have an order of Javier Arroyo, One Live Custom. Okay, One Live Custom. Here goes. Oops. Put that back here. Very good. How's college going? Are you loving it? I bet you are. 2, 3, and 4. I actually really enjoyed college, as much trash as I talk on the education system. I'm somebody who can sit around and learn all day long, and that's a good day for me. This. You got 1 Sil Valley. Ooh. Okay. Very nice. A little bit of an upgrade from the usual, just common cold card. Now you got a little Sil Valley. Technically, I guess if you had a lot of those, you could trade them in for a spot in the trade break. I transferred colleges. Sweet. Nice. I went to 2 colleges. I went to a cheap community college. It was pretty good. The teachers were like somebody who had something to prove. They were really tough. Then I went to a 4-year degree, a 4-year private college, and that was where I got my computer science degree, and that was tough, and it was very beautiful. I felt for once like I was going somewhere in life, like I was in a special place with like-minded individuals, and the teachers were smart, and the students were young and vibrant and energetic, and I was there, and I felt young and smart and energetic. It's a very wonderful feeling. Probably doesn't contribute to my wealth, though, the irony, right? I don't use my degree. So if we're talking strictly in terms of wealth building, my degree, all it did was waste 4 years of my life and give me a lot of student debt. It didn't actually make me any money. Now, you can make the argument that I met Karis there, and she did improve, my total net worth because she did use her degree. She got a computer science job, and she's been working that job for years now. So she did contribute this. But for me personally, all I had to do was start selling. I'm a decent salesman, and even someone who's just a decent salesman, you're going to make money in this world. All right. Xbox had a power outage, and they explained everything that happened and how they fixed it. Sony had their power outage and said nothing. I'm joining the dark side. Oh, is that why Xbox didn't work yesterday? I didn't even try to play games today, but I remember yesterday I tried to log on, and it wasn't working. So, yeah, so that explains that. Okay. All right, take a look at these wonderful breaks. The Tyranitar, $40. The Snorlax, $40. 2 great cards. They both have 6 spots left. You guys ought to jump in here. For all the booster packs you guys open, never forget the power of simply pulling a card that's already PSA 10. And, when you open those packs, you got like a 1 in 10 odds of pulling something good anyways. So why not jump into one of these lovely, already valuable, already rare collectibles They're pretty decent. Also, the real star of the show the last week or so has been these pack splits. People love them. We got a Marvel Topps Chrome pack split, and we got a Gym Challenge pack split. Already one person in here, and Mr. Roki Hune wants to do a gym break for $30 with somebody for another spot. Xbox is looking like it's treating their fan base better, and good games are coming. Gooder games? I want to play some gooder games. Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, hopefully Xbox does okay. I mean, I don't see why there isn't room for Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo. Like, why would you just want Sony to be the only game company? That's really stupid. You know, they would have a monopoly. You don't want Xbox to go away. You want Xbox to continue to be a legitimate competitor because it keeps Sony from price gouging you and it forces them to innovate. Kind of like, you know, people are talking about Pal World now. You know, after they won their lawsuit, they were in a lawsuit with Nintendo. Nintendo did not get what they wanted, so people are looking at Pal World like, ooh, okay. You know what I mean? So it's not a bad thing to have a competitor to your favorite brand because it's like, yeah, well, it keeps them on their toes a little bit, right? Right. Like if there was one vehicle, one car company, let's say Ford, you think Ford's going to care if they have the best safety ratings? No. That's something they would only worry about if they're trying to win a competition. If there's no competition, they can, you know, they can skirt, you know, and make more profits and just provide a poorer quality to the consumer because what are you going to do? Buy the other company's car? There is no other company. So that's why, you know, competition's important and it's good. So you don't really want Xbox to go away. That would be a bad thing. Whoever decides to announce this before GTA 6 should be fired. Sony is promoting vinyl while canceling physical discs. The Gears of War game is peak. I'm hoping the Gears of War game is really fun. I'm a longtime Gears fan. I was like, so I would play Gears Warzone every single day for like 8 hours a day with a pre-made team of guys that I put together. I was really good at that. Even early in life, I was good at that. I liked putting teams of people together. I liked putting groups together. And we had like a highly skilled team, and we played for hours every single day. And I was like number 6 on the leaderboard on Gears of War for a long time for Warzone. Number 6 in the world. And then I got in trouble partially for playing too much. They took my console away. I got the console back months later, and my position in the world was still like number 37 because I played so much and done so well. I was like number 37 when I got the console back. So I was a heavy player. And then there was Gears 2, same deal. I played a lot. That Gears 2 was the best campaign. And then Gears 3 was probably the height of the franchise. Really fun. Played a lot of that. And then it fell off hard right afterwards, right after Cliffy B left. So whatever they do with Gears franchise brand now, I hope they do a good job. We won't know until it comes out. Xbox is for alphas. Oh my God. All right. Xbox is for alphas. That's how I read that. Yeah, let's see what we got over here. Xbox has not been doing very well. Let's be honest. I think that Xbox bought all those studios, but they didn't produce anything. So, you know, if you're an Xbox fan, when you heard they were buying all those studios, you're like, oh, good, they're doing something. And then years later, when nothing comes out of it, you're like, what was the point of that? All they did was brag about all the studios they bought. We bought this studio, we bought that studio. Remember when they bought Bethesda and everyone was nervous that Elder Scrolls would be, you know, a console exclusive? Well, it doesn't effing matter because they never made it. They were putting out teaser trailers for Elder Scrolls 6 before the new Xbox launched. Now it's been years from then, and they never made it. So, yeah, I guess now they're firing people, and God, it's like long overdue. Long overdue. Just fire everybody. Just start from scratch or something. All right, so here we are with the Might Yenna. And there's no examples of this. I remember we had trouble pricing the other one. I'm going to try this again. Magma Reverse. Okay. I'm going to sort this by highest price. So here's a Manectric for 1.5 thousand. And then after that, there's a Reverse Hollow Lantern for 5,500. So there's very little to go off of. I mean, Manectric's never been popular. And then if you go over to PSA priced ones, there's a, well, I just showed it to you guys. So if we go over to the PSA 10s, there's a reverse Meowth for like 8,000. Here's like an energy for 3,000. Here's a Claydol, which is not very popular, for 2.8. Here's a very ugly Rhydon. And so, yeah, and then here's Manectric again for 1.2. So I don't really know what to go off of for the price on these, but I have them in pristine 10s, probably like 4K or something. I got glad when I saw you were live. What's up, man? How's it going? All right, guys, how's your week? You are? How's your Monday so far? The prices on these are maybe negotiable. I really don't know what they should be priced at, but I'm not looking to lose them real fast. I know they come out of the year 2004, which is the gold star era, so I like this one better. Here's Team Aqua, and here's Team Magma. You can get these together as a pair. Think about it. Pretty powerful. So there's a pair of Might-Yenus. And guess what? Here is another pair of Might-Yenus, because I bought all of these from one guy. There was one guy, he was probably a Might-Yenus fan, and he decided to sell them like a cornball. I don't know why he sold them, but I said, hey, I'll take those off your hands. Years and years ago, I bought these back in like 2023 or 2024 or something like that. And the reason I held on to them for so long is because I was waiting to do the CGC upgrade to them, and I finally did it. All right. Check out the video about PS6 I posted. I hope Sony servers crash for 2 months when Grand Theft Auto releases. When does that game come out again? That's all I ever hear about now is Grand Theft Auto. A lot of people are nervous it's not going to be good. People are nervous it's going to be like, I don't know, like the girl boss that we just got with the Halo game. People are nervous about that. The game, apparently Grand Theft Auto 6 was made by a completely different team this time. And so people are wondering if it will retain the same feeling or if it'll be inundated with like messaging, political agenda. Okay. It's gonna suck, says Magician's Hobby. Maybe not. All right. All our old games were made in a different time period politically. Does CGC hold the same value as PSA? Yeah, the pristines kind of do. Sometimes the pristines sell for more than a PSA 10. I was reading a Reddit analysis, and it was written not too long ago, on the pristine 10s. And the guy was pointing out that far fewer cards get the CGC pristine 10 per volume. In other words, you know, if you submit 100 cards to both PSA and to both the CGC, so few cards actually get the CGC pristine 10 compared to how many on average are getting the PSA 10. He says, I'm pretty sure that these pristine 10s are a filtered, higher, you know, quality card than a standard PSA 10. And he was even talking about after the PSA change, after PSA upgraded their standards. So that was pretty good. Well, trash, says J-Dog. I just want to see the big titties in Grand Theft Auto 6. Got 3 big games incoming, so one got to win at least. Witcher 4, I didn't know that. Cyberpunk Orion. Hey, mister, just curious, how do I do a slab away using the website if I were to start a slab away? Hey, how's it going, man? It'd be really simple. You would just send me a custom amount of money. That's an option. It's called custom payment. So search for custom payment. And then that allows you to send any amount you want to send and just include a note saying, hey, I'm starting a slab away. PSA gave me a pristine 10, a 9. That sucks. Did you see all the nose ring wearing left? Well, you shouldn't have regraded it then. Listen, you know, no matter what your philosophy is about one company over another company, never downgrade a pristine 10 to a PSA 9. That's not a good move. Keep it in the pristine 10. Did you see all the nose ring wearing lefties that made that game? Yes, it will be woke. We'll have to see. I don't know. It's, you know, it's one thing to be quote unquote woke, but it's another thing to just understand your audience and what they want to buy. Who do you think buys Grand Theft Auto? Toxic dudes. Dudes who are toxic love Grand Theft Auto, I'm sure. That's an assumption on my side, but I don't know. I feel like the kind of person who has a natural business sense to him. Like, who's really buying a game where you get to steal cars and shoot cops? Progressive, you know, oh, I want to help society types, or toxic dudes? And there's toxic girls who like that stuff too, but I'm just saying, it's going to be a certain type of buyer. And if they don't understand that as a company, yeah, they are toast. We'll have to see. You know, no matter who you hire to work on the game, they got to understand who they're selling to, you know. All right, physical copies. Plankton, yes. Who regrades a pristine 10 if they even a thing or a troll? I can't wait to buy my physical copy of Marvel Wolverine and God of War Laufey. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's it going, guys? We've got this new product. This is officially on the menu. It's ReZero Weiss Schwartz. Not a single box has been opened so far. So if you're a fan of anime, you might enjoy that one. Okay, we're just showing that off a lot. Okay. We got a lot of products coming down the road, but don't forget, it's really all about vintage, guys. Look at this completely out of print Sun and Moon Crimson Invasion. Take a second and buy a $30 spot in that box split. It gives you a chance for Pikachu. It gives you a chance for Gengar. And there's so many other cool holographic cards that come out of there. I feel like people don't really appreciate just how expensive the reverse holos from Sun and Moon are selling for now. So this is probably part of how I see the value, and I have to take time and educate you guys on the value. But so if we type in Crimson Invasion and sort this by highest price, look, one of the most expensive cards, this $5,000 Pikachu. Wow. Here's a Crimson Invasion. Oh no, that's not part of their standard. Hold on, wait a second. Let's find another one. So here's a simple Remoraid reverse foil for $1,000. It's just a Remoraid. It's not even a good card. So okay, and here's a Crawdaunt for $875. Here's a Rongaroo for $875. So what I'm telling you, look, here's a Starmie for $800. The reverse holos in these Sun and Moon sets are going to the moon. And Crimson Invasion's like one of the cheapest Sun and Moon sets. So you got the right time period and the cheapest set combined. But not just that, it happens to have this amazing Pikachu in it anyways. So look at this. You guys aren't going to believe this, because one of the things I was mentioning over and over again was, well, they have a melodic, right? All right, check this out. What's today? July 28th, isn't it? Check this out. Sold on July 26th, 1.5 thousand. There you have it. That's the melodic. Just talking about this. All right, so there it is. So this just sold. It looks like it was marked down from 1,500. Maybe it sold for 1,000. Even if it did that, that's still insane. But it probably sold about 15% off. Take a look at this one. So this is July 21st, Sun and Moon Pikachu, non-holo, not even holographic. All right, let's see. Right there, check that out. So even if you can get one of the non-holos graded 10, that's going to sell for a significant chunk of money. Here's, what is this, Star promo? Oh, cool. So this is some kind of promo. Oh, right. So here's July 19th. This is the reverse holo Gengar in the set. All right, check this out. So there he is. So here's the deal. The buy-in for Crimson Invasion is $30. And you got these holographic cards selling probably for hundreds to thousands of dollars. And the buy-in's only $30. Doesn't make any sense. This is a very good potential for, you might call it expected value. I think that's the term. Your chance for a high value out of those packs is there. And it's just this set. Nobody talks about it. It's boring. You know, everyone's talking about the 30th anniversary. But this is what I'm an expert in this. If you chase the 30th anniversary, you're going to pay the ceiling on everything, because that's where it's at right now. It's all at the ceiling. It's as crazy as it's ever going to be right now. No one's talking about Crimson Invasion, and yet it's got a solid Gengar, a solid Pikachu. It's got a melodic. It's got a Cubone. It's got a Jigglypuff. It's got a Gyarados. Great set. Very old. So that's why we host those box splits, and that's how I curate them for you. I do an analysis on that kind of stuff. Next up, we got Mr. Steven. Steven says, apparently some anime, haven't seen it, ReZero. Mr., you know what the price is going to be on Power World packs? Not yet. No, I don't. It's been ordered. I think I only ordered a single case. Should I have ordered more? All right, so 2 other shuffles. Mr. Steven. All right, good luck, Steven. If you have any Gym Challenge PSA 10 common and commons, rares available for sale. Hey, what's up, man? You might want to look at a card that I just priced. I don't expect this one to last very long. This is a pristine Neo Revelation Geodude. And he's for $220, apparently. I almost wonder if that's too cheap, but we are. All right. Did I already do the flip on this? I think I did. I'll just do another one just in case. I got distracted. Sorry, Steven. All right, Steven, so your fate is over here now. Let's see what it is. 1, 2. There's apparently some anime I haven't seen it. Does anyone watch ReZero? Somebody does. 2 cold ones. 2 cold ones. What? All right. Okay. Let's see. Can I see the Snorlax again? I saw it peaked. You're talking about this guy over here? Where'd he go? Jump in here. We already got it filled by 4 spots. This is the Snorlax. So it's Cosmic Hollow Snorlax. I mean, people go crazy for that border. Look at that. Just like the Southern Island Mew, really. Isn't that beautiful? Great looking card. He's eating some of those Pokeberries. And it's just a good looking Snorlax. But he's a Black Star promo. So what we know about this card is in a couple years when Scarlet Violet's all over. And by the way, it's from 2024. It's already been a couple years. So in a couple years, this card will probably be breaking like $1,000. It's such a simple prediction. It's Snorlax. It's a Black Star promo. It's a decent artwork, Cosmic Hollow. All the ingredients are there. The only thing we're missing is time. Time's all that's missing. So I've got one for you guys. I just acquired 2 more of him for myself. We're setting ourselves up for some, future gains. That's what we're doing. And he'll go off when he goes off, but I think he's an excellent pick. Again, my job is to curate some cool stuff for you guys. No orders in the queue yet. Let me go ahead and grab you guys an Urshifu. Now, this is one of those Gem 10s, huh? Wonder what they didn't like about him. Let's see. Let's dust them off, flip them around, and dust them off. So I got to say, I should have looked this guy over before sending him in. Because I sent him in for the upgrade, didn't I? Should have questioned why he missed. Because he's clean, man. That's a clean card. Oh, man, maybe I shouldn't have even done the upgrade. Maybe I should have just cracked this. Oh, no. I should have cracked this and sent it back or send it to PSA or something, or maybe SGC. It's so clean, I wonder what it was. I already paid $10 for the upgrade. I might as well just sell him as is. He doesn't have like a print line embedded in the front, which is one thing you can suspect. The centering looks good. So then you suspect the back of the card, right? The back of the card looks fine. What did they find? Probably something hidden in the card. Cosmos Hollows are fire right now. Yeah, they are. Cosmo, people want them. Cosmo Hollows, like a trigger word for people's wallets. What? Cosmic? Give it to me. I want that card. I swear this room is giving me asthma. All right, let's grab this card and I guess put a price tag on it. I'm going to look up his... I got to know if it's a big price difference between the 2 grades because it's very tempting to just crack this card. I already sent him in for the upgrade, which means I already lost $10. Urshifu 077. You ready? Well, he's not a terribly expensive card either way. Yeah, he's not expensive either way. Let's try CGC. Yeah, he's pretty cheap. I might just go ahead and put this card into the Poke Shuffles. He's not very expensive either way. All right. He's a lovely copy. Here goes. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In he goes. You might pull this card for $5 in the Poke Shuffles. The Poke Shuffles and the live customs have been totally restocked with brand new cards, especially hits. So I noticed there weren't enough hits in the sets, and we started putting more hits in. Urshifu, T10. They're not totally restocked, but my point is that I noticed we could improve them, and I did. Okay. We also made a couple fresh PokeBruhs. That's the new thing, PokeBruhs. They're not really that new. We used to sell them, and then I stopped and did the binder break for a while, and now we're back to PokeBruhs. All right, what else? This bad boy. Whoa, Blastoise. 25th anniversary Blastoise. So, same deal. What's the problem with this card, huh? He looks great. Look at that. Should have looked these I should have looked these modern cards over more carefully, because it's like, what possibly caused it to lose the 10, the pristine? Something. I'm going to check the website in a second here. Man, that is one clean looking card. They must have found something they don't like, but man, this card looks really good. Why is there muck on the front of the card? I just got this back. And it's got some kind of muck on it. These companies got to be better with their cases, man. Wow. There's already some crap on the... It's very hard to see, of course, so it's almost invisible, but I can see it. So I'm looking at him. I'm wondering if they found something in the texturing that they didn't like. This is why tag grading is better. Tag grading is definitely better, everybody. The fact that they tell you what's wrong with your card is like a million times of an improvement. So I can only suspect that perhaps it's this corner here. God, stop it, dude. All right, there we go. Right there. I don't know if those are meant to be there. They seem like they wouldn't mean to be there. I'm not sure. All right. What do you guys think, huh? You guys are the experts, after all. Bottom right corner. Oh, you think it's too thin in the bottom right corner? Is that what you're trying to say? I mean, it doesn't look that crazy to me. Look. Does that look off-center to you? It doesn't look off-center to me. I mean, it's not perfect centering like Black Label centering, but it's... The back of the card looks fantastic. Isn't that annoying? Man, that's annoying. All right, let me go ahead and look. So, CGC 10. Come on, dude. What is going on, dude? This app is so terrible. All right, Blastoise 25th. Should probably add Japanese to that. So he's $100. No. That's a different one. Hold on. He's 110 as a CGC 10. And the PSA 10 is about $200. Is that right? Yep, about $200. Ooh, he's in that range where he might be worth cracking. About $200, huh? The question is, because I suspect it's this right here, the question is, would that get a pass with other companies? I almost wonder if I sent it back to CGC if they would potentially regrade it into a pristine. It seems that it's worth a shot, you know, because if it's selling for an extra $100, it's like $15 to try. Looks like a little curl on the end. Oh, let me see. No curl. You might be seeing a reflection. I can see it better with my eyes. You're on the computer screen. No, the corners are actually quite good. Yeah, so we're going to send this one in for a regrade. He should be cracked. All right. That one should be cracked. We do that. We regrade cards, and we discovered that, yes, of course, it turns out a lot of cards will actually receive upgrades. Next up, we have Mr. Chris A with the big order. Chris A, hey, how's it going, man? He says, Japanese Weiss, Marvel Volume 3. He's taking a whole box of these. Very good. I brought in a lot of it just so that we could sell a lot of it. So these are $60 a box. Whole box of Marvel. And then we've got a whole nother case of them. I actually have tons of this product. So this is why it's so affordable. $60 towards starting a salad away for the Rocket Pokeball in PSA 10. Rocket Pokeball. You mean the one from Team Rocket Returns? That super cool one that last sold for like 800? It is, or whatever it did. I think it was like 800-ish, right? Yeah, I like 2 of those, and trust me, there's so few of those in the world, and I don't have... I think I got one more Rocket deck I could open, but I'm not going to open it because it's too rare. So yeah, I might even need to keep one of those. I think I have 2. You buy 1. I have 1 left after that. Okay, you ready? Here goes. We got the next submission to go out, by the way, is the CGC submission. Time to get some CGC cards ready, guys. Here we go. You're going to see this table swamped with CGC slabs in about 4 months, maybe 3 months. Depends on how long they take. But it won't be too long. You're going to see them. All right, he's creepy. You want this card? This card isn't hollow, but it looks nice. I think you can pull a holographic version of it. Look at that. So here's a little old Spidey Man. Yeah, and if I could buy both of them, I would buy it one time. Ooh, man, you want to take both of them. That makes me greedy. Makes me go, wait a second. I like my Rocket Returns cards. And you know what? They're a top performer over time. They are. Rocket Returns is a top performer for investing. Here's this. I know from experience, I know what cards have done the very best and which ones have struggled. Well, what is this? There you go. Put that where it belongs. I know what cards have done the very best over time, just from doing this job so much. Here we are. Here's Spider-Man. Here's Iron Man. Here's... You guys ready for Dr. Doom? Here we are. You want this card? Look at this card. Huh? That's cool, right? I think you can pull those all as full arts. I'm pretty sure these... Ooh, look at that. So here's Thor. All right. Here's a hollow. Here's a full art. Huh. It's, what is this one based off of? Daredevil. Is this the one based off of that one actor from forever ago? It looks kind of like it's him. That movie came out when I was still living with my parents, so that's a really old one. What's his name? Not Kevin Bacon. It's the guy who was dating that one sexy Hoochie Mama musical artist. He played Batman later. Here we are. All right. Mister, you're the one that got me turned on to the Rocket Returns, Law of That, and Delta Species are 2 of my favorites. Yeah, I did a good job letting people become aware of those because, like, those were going to explode in value over time. And so, yeah, that's kind of what we specialize in on this table is kind of, you know, thinking about what's the next move, really. Ooh. All right. I also went heavy on poker, and I got a guy in my DMs right now. He's kind of asking me for my poker Gengars now, you know. Poker Gengar is going to make me some serious money. If I even bother selling it, though, because I'm probably not going to. But the poker cards continue to be a huge source of success. We are. I know for a fact you can't find the decks anymore. The decks are insanely expensive. They're hard to find. I'm sitting on a hoard of them. I'm sure some other people might be too, so I don't know who else was buying them, but I'm sure other people were buying them. But that poker set's about to make me serious money over the next 10 years. My goal for poker is to grade it so that I'm grading just a little bit at a time each year. And it's like a drip, you know, and it's going to be, that's my retirement plan. That's it. That is the retirement. So I'm going to grade some poker cards and sell them and grade a couple more and sell them. It's just going to be a real slow thing. No rush. No rush at all, in fact. All right, let's see. We got, what else? The $60 for starting the Rocket Pokeball. Let's go grab that Rocket Pokeball. You got it, man. This is probably one of the smartest things you're doing, you know, if you think about it. We buy so many cards, guys. Look at all these. We buy so many cards, but some of your best moves are just putting one of these vintage cards in a slab away and calling it a day, you know. That Magikarp's decent. Flareon, Rainbow Zard, Persian. Don't say Persian in the notes, because PayPal doesn't like that. If you say, I want a Persian, they think you're talking about a human. Here's Squirtle. That's really stupid. Ooh, that looks underpriced. Look at that again. We just saw, man, that's probably underpriced. We just saw that Melodic sell for around $1,500, and that card was just a Crimson Invasion Melodic. This is a team-up Squirtle. That's probably underpriced. Here's Gas. Oh, here it is. So this is what he's acquiring, the Rockets Pokeball. Very good, man. Now, I think I just have one more of those then after that. Oh, this guy's getting looked at like crazy on eBay, by the way. This Breakthrough Pikachu. He's probably going to sell. He gets a lot of impressions. I guess they're showing the impressions off now. Your Slabways buy it to me, real life friends all the time. I'm always recommending them to come here. This is where I spent most of my money with you. Well, besides the Poke Shuffles. The Poke Shuffles are some degenerate fun. And I do see people walk away with big wins from the Poke Shuffles. But what's been really special, in my opinion, has actually been... Wait. Did I never reprice these? Ooh, man, this Blue Poker Pikachu. Man. Oh, that's a real nice one. Let's see. Anyways, where was I going with this? I was just saying, a lot of great cards out of here. Mr. CS Man, he picked up that Celebi out of Slabaway, you know. Okay. And we'll grab this as well. Okay. I'll put this back over here. You know, sadly, I don't have the variety of rare cards that I used to have, because the market has exploded so much that I've just sort of put a pause on a lot of cards until the market is done exploding, which maybe it is now. This might be the exact time period to begin offering more expensive slabs in the Slabaway, but it's pretty hard to say all the time. All right, Rockets Pokeball. Let's see. Can I see that Pikachu you just touched? That was XY Breakthrough Pikachu. Aha, Slabaway. We're heading over to the C's for Chris. For Chris Chan, let's see, we're going to say 7, 28, 26. Chris A. PSA 10. Rocket Returns Pokeball. Japanese. It starts at $820. And then you sent in 60, so 780 remains. Boom. All right, that's updated. There you go. All right. I'm referring to the Pikachu that's behind the Geodude or the SpongeBob. Aha, so this is the only person selling a raw card on consignment. He's our friend who pulled this the other day. Here it is. And this gentleman is interested in selling this right away because he would love to have the cash immediately. That's what it looks like. It's a Korean card. They're usually pretty good. He's not going to bother grading it. It is. But he does want the full value for it. Not the PSA 10 value, but, you know, the cost of a very fresh one off of, like, eBay. All right, so the last step, let's put your name on this. Congratulations, Chris. Chris, I've graded a couple of these over time. Let me give you some knowledge about it. These come out of really, really, really expensive Pokédex that you can't really find anymore. In fact, I think when I bought the deck many years ago, the whole deck cost $500. So this one card in the deck is selling for $820 now. That gives you an idea of the depths of appreciation I've experienced in the hobby. Because this one card coming out of a $500 deck is going for $800 now. But I bought it, must have been like 5 years ago. I bought it a long time ago when I was all obsessed with Team Rocket. And I've sold these before for like $700. And now you're getting one for $800. Pop 23, first edition, Rocket Returns. It's one of the coolest looking cards ever. And it's never a holographic card. It's only a non-holo card. You only ever collect it this way. One of the cool things about trainers, people actually do buy Pokeball trainers at a higher rate, kind of like energy cards as well. So like obscure trainers don't do well, but Pokeball trainers do actually do pretty well. And there is a last sold on this on eBay for like, I think it's like 800 or 700, I can't remember. And yeah, it's just a fancy thing. Really nice. I'm going to go ahead and toss it up here. Hard to grade, by the way. So when you pull that card out of the holder that it comes in, a lot of the cards are actually damaged. Sort of like, so like we got this deck here and it's shrink wrapped, right? Well, it's kind of like that. So they have like a plastic band around the cards. And so many of them just don't grade 10 because of that band, unfortunately. So the fact that that one graded 10 is pretty lucky. And its very low population reflects that. The low population shows you just how hard it is to grade that card. All right, so, oh yeah, there's the Pikachu. All right, so we have an order now from Mr. Edward Shelton. 3 Silver Tempest, 3 Crown Zenith. Ooh, you're going to trigger a repurchase of the Crown Zenith soon. Speaking of which, we need a new box of Silver Tempest. All right. Love that ride-on illustration. There you go. I don't think those Mygienas are going to sell for 4.5, guys. What do you think? I think I better post them to eBay right away, see what happens. So, the question now is, where do I actually store the rest of my Silver Tempest? Because I don't remember. Let's see. All right, we are almost done with an entire case of this. And I remember now, we used to have the price based off of a sealed case, because that's where these came from. And I bet you we haven't done that. I bet you we've been basing it now off of loose boxes. Yeah, I opened a sealed case of this. Probably shouldn't have done that. Probably wasn't worth it. There you go. It's one of those things you learn over time. Show the video. I linked in Discord. It was the first showing of Pokemon in sent in DMs. Here we are. One. There you go. I'm going to have to do that a little bit later, Mr. Alex. I have to have a chance to, like, review it and all, you know. I would like to take a look at Silver Tempest, though. What's the Silver Tempest booster box going for these days? Well, so it looks like the cheapest case is Silver Tempest. Let's see. Give me a second here. It doesn't look like it's as rare as I thought it would be. Divided by 6, divided by 36. Okay, I see a price. Let's see what we're charging. It's a little more expensive than our price. So I'm going to raise our price from $20 to $22 now. Silver Tempest goes up. We have a fresh box open. It's not a huge price change, but we're quite low on it. We just about finished the case. And the question I go from here is, what do we do with this set in the future? Maybe we try to source it as cheaply as possible in the future and we leave my remaining cases sealed because I actually have more of it. But we try to source it as cheaply as possible, and then get product that's more like in loose boxes rather than sealed cases for the future. Try to source it cheaper so that you guys can open it at the best possible price. The thing is, when you pull it out of a fresh case, that is pretty good, because fresh cases give you, in my opinion, they give you the very finest chance at the Chase Full, the Lugia. Here is the Crown Zenith. All right, now, sadly, when I got hit with that credit card scam, I lost a lot of Crown Zenith that night. How's Crown Zenith doing? I probably don't want to restock Crown Zenith. We're on the precipice. Whoa. What? Oh, I see. We are right on the precipice of the release of a new set, the 30th anniversary, and so I probably need to have a lot of cash on hand for that. Let's see this, though. Okay, what are we charging for ours? Let's see what we're charging for ours. Crown Zenith. Oh, Crown Zenith may have gotten much more expensive. Let me try clicking on this. Crown Zenith may have actually gone up in price. All right. Here, there is a way to look into this. Let me check sold real fast. That was a rough watch. Yeah, one of the things he was buying up my Crown Zenith. And so I lost my positioning on, not totally lost it, but, you know, what I used to have has been reduced. Okay, now. And what are we charging again? Yeah, Crown Zenith is moving up, everybody. It's simply gotten more expensive to restock it. That's all it is. Let's see. And also, what is this number divided by this number? Okay. So if we hit cancel on this, don't worry, we're going to open your product very soon. What I'm doing is I'm contemplating a restock on Crown Zenith. It's a very good product. I really like it. It's a product that people open all the time. Of course, it's very expensive now. But I want to see what's our best option here. $11. Okay. I'm just doing a quick check one more time. Oh, I hate the way this works. Probably this one right here, huh? Ooh, I don't know. I'm probably going to not do this one. Hold on, back out of here. How about this one? Okay, probably this one. So I think I might do a very small restock on Crown Zenith tonight. And that'll be it. Nothing, we're not going to do like a deep restock. Wow, that is in fact expensive. Divided by this. So Crown Zenith shall move to $39 a pack. It was currently sitting at $37. So slight improvement on the price, similar to the Silver Tempest. It's not really a surprise, is it? I mean, a lot of products, a lot of Pokemon products are getting ripped at very high speeds right now. And Crown Zenith is a good one. It's an out-of-print old one. All right, we're going to update the website. It looks like the website had already been updated to 38, and actually the YouTube price was $1 cheaper for some reason. Interesting. Bro cleared out the Evo Skies too. Not really. He opened about a half box of it. And then he, if you recall, he wanted to open whole boxes of it. He's like, yeah, quote me up whole boxes of Evo Skies. And lucky for me, I told him no. So I don't know if you remember that. He sort of wiped out a bunch of XY packs. And then he was going to wipe out a whole box of a whole box of Evolving Skies. But I told him we're not going to do that. So the damage did get capped at some point. But yeah, it was pretty bad. All right, you ready? Here goes Edward Shelton. Silver Tempest and Crown Zenith both see a slight price increase over time. I'm thinking about adding back more of the Sword and Shield product to the menu. Like we ordered Chilling Rain and got that back on the menu. I'm thinking about doing that. Real J-Dog WTF, when was this? About 2 months ago, like 12K. I still can't get over what he spent compared to what he didn't pull. Well, he did pull some nice cards, and I think if I actually work really hard on it and find all the viable holographic 10s and get those all graded out, the damage won't be as bad, but there will be some damage, and it'll be all right. Let me mention this. First of all, it's good. He didn't actually get any of his product. Ooh, this is exactly why people love this. Look at this Pikachu. This Pikachu coming out of Crown Zenith for our friend, Mr. Edward Shelton. Take a look at that, everybody. Wow, so spicy, man. Congratulations on that. He didn't get the product, so that makes me happy. Because, you know, he wanted it. He wanted me to ship it priority, if you recall. So it was a true credit card thief. And he was hoping to use the credit card to steal product. And then, you know what? Because of what we learned that night, we learned how to up our security on the website. So that probably has been patched. The website now will ask your bank, it'll alert your bank that you're spending the money, and your bank will send you a security question or some kind of test or something like that. So the website now has heavier security, and it's got a lower chance of occurring twice. We've got Toro Cat, Archeops. I guess one of the things I have to be concerned about is if he was the only one or not. So what could have happened is, you know, I could have already been hit with more than one credit card thief, and I simply don't know it yet. So we'll find that out later. But no one really behaved like him. So he was kind of behaving in a very extreme way all by himself. So I don't think I'm going to discover other, or at least too many other credit card thieves. And now we have the security in place. So I think that whole issue is solved to a certain degree. Here it is. Rockruff and Pikachu. Ooh, yeah. Made me more aware. And again, he didn't get that product. It's here. It's here with me. So I get a chance to work it all back. I get a chance to pre-grade it, pick out the good ones, get them graded, and earn some of that money back. Hopefully you can get some recuperation. Yeah, exactly. I joined host right after the incident. Yeah. Musabot made me kind of nervous when he joined, but we can tell he's a real dude. Here we are. Yeah, we get new customers all the time. That's actually really normal for us. You know, people come and they go, and they, you know, we meet a lot of new people. All right, Edward, Pikachu, and Rockruff. And then you got some lovely hollows as well. Look at that. Ooh. All right. Edward with an E. I'll move this Eddie Berto over now. Mr. Something I've heard of people also doing is actually being the person paying for all that stuff. And when they don't get anything they want to pull, they then claim it as theft. Yeah, so that has happened in the past as well. I've dealt with all this. I've dealt with all kinds of problems multiple times for multiple years. It's just a part of doing business. Really, you know, it's a sad thing that there's thieves out in the world, because if there weren't, it would be easier to keep your prices low, because you would not have to anticipate having to pay for that, because you anticipate it. It's such a consistent problem. You know that your real profits are going to be the profit you earn from good, upstanding buyers minus the people who tried to trick you and steal. You know, and it's just a sad thing. It's part of being human. You know, we're like monkeys still, right? Like a robot wouldn't do this. A robot would just be like bleep, 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 bleep. Humans steal. Humans steal a lot. So they're just awful. So we have to create terrifying laws like you're going to go to jail, you know, and it's the only thing that keeps quite a lot of humans, you know, from going any more nuts than they already do. Because trust me, if there weren't any laws like that, it would be just pure chaos. Here's One Piece Dave Dawn card. Here's Chainsaw Man. Here's Oshawott. This is a gym break. There was one person in it, but they hopped over to a different gym break because it was going to end sooner. But this is a lovely one. $18, 1 and 2, Ace of Hearts, Oshawott. Very cute. Hi, Kevin. We got Hi, Kevin over here. Here's, all right, Gaze Attraction. Very good. I'll gladly pay you Friday if you open some packs for me, mister. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that would be a good thing if you could do that with Pokemon cards. A tab. Somebody did have a tab with me. There was only ever one person that ever had a tab with me. And that person did not pay that tab. And so I never offered tab again. But it wasn't a problem because that person also had some cards grading. And so I already knew I was just going to acquire those when they came back to pay the tab. And that's what happened. So I spoke to the person and we made a deal that I would acquire the ungraded cards. Or the cards that were in the process of grading. Okay, Steven Gonzalez. He says, 2 more other shuffles. You got it, baby. 2 other shuffles. Up front like dope. All right, you ready? We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. This is the other shuffle. It doesn't have Pokemon in it. It has everything else. Ta-da! 2 cold other shuffles. Sorry, Mr. Steven. That was Steven Gonzalez. Steven Gonzalez. So this is Gaze Attraction Power, huh? Do I already have one of these in the Waifu Shuffle? Let's test it. So this is the Waifu Shuffle. You guys ever consider buying a Waifu Shuffle pack? Random Shuffle. Those are $20 a piece. They work just like the Poke Shuffle. A lot of girl cards in there. I had to put stickers on these because it was too lewd. Same with that one. Look at that. Woo! Really lewd cards in there. Let's see. Here's this. Here's this. Booster grade only. Oh, I better put this over here. That must mean the pack is sticky. And I said, I'm not going to open this. I'm going to get the booster pack graded. Low Punny's in there, where she belongs. Oh, my God. Was the Scammers pull decent? Some of them, yeah. Actually, he opened up 151, and he actually pulled the Charizard out. So that's going to help a little bit, at least. Because it would have been way worse if he didn't. So that one will help. Yeah, I might be able to recuperate quite a bit of it. Especially if I do well, if I work hard on it. This is a Low Punny 9. Some more cards here. Look at this. The Doggy Girls. Wow, 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 wow. From Sneaker Bunko, Yuna. Sneaker Bunko, we got Kai, we got Tifa, we got Aranya, we've got Perfect Trace of Kane. Holy booby mommy. These are all in the Waifu Shuffle. Here's a Nami. That looks really nice. I think this card's gone up in price, hasn't it? And here's a Tifa. A lot of girl cards, notably, not this Gaze Attraction card, so we're going to be putting that in here. It's a box topper, so it's a promo, actually. And it's from a really funny scene from the anime. It's the scene right before the main character grabs her boobs or something like that. She's giving him the look. Wait, I want that Nami. It's only in the Waifu Shuffle. That's the Waifu Shuffle, where there's a lot of waifus. We have some waifu collectors in our group. Look at these cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We used to have more of those Namis. I think that's like one of the last ones, and it's inside of the Waifu Shuffle. We got to have good cards in there. We can't just, think about it, we can't just steal all the good cards out of the Waifu Shuffle, because then what's the point of opening it? You know, you can't allow that to happen. Some of the good ones have to remain in there. Gaze, Power, and it's going to say P10. All right. I suck at shuffles. Yeah, everyone sucks at shuffles a little bit. All right. In she goes. Look, all those girl slabs you just saw are just in this one chunk. It's really not much. Breast BGS 10. They're all in just this one little pile. Pretty interesting, huh? The Waifu Shuffle doesn't get picked through as much, or like, let's say it doesn't sell as much is what I mean by that. But I guess the way I see it is people don't look at it and go, ooh, I'm going to keep opening it until the best card comes out. You don't see that as much in the Waifu Shuffles. So she's gone. She's over in the Waifu Shuffle now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Let's see what's next. We've got an order from nobody because we got an empty queue now. All right, so we're going to price up a slab. We're having a slow week. Last week was a slow week. I think it's everyone preparing for the new anniversary set, the new Emeralda set. They're waiting for it. Here's Magmar. I still don't have a price from my main supplier on Pokemon Emeralda, but I already ordered a case from someone else. So, God, dude, he's annoying me, man. He should. It's the gosh dang 28th. He should have a price. I'm gonna go message him right now. He's got to know, like, if he can't price it sooner, I got to just go buy it with someone else. All right, let's see. Pokemon release. Yep, releases on July 31st. So let me contact him. All right. All right, I told him I gotta have a price now, or I'm just gonna completely supply with someone else. It's just gotta be, it can't be that he prices it at the last second. I wonder why he's doing that. I wonder if he's, see, he's not a stupid guy. I bet you what he's anticipating is that the price will go up the closer it is to the release date. And so I bet he's holding off on pricing it because he wants me to buy it at the higher price rather than the lower price. So he's betting on a price increase. That's gotta be why he's not pricing it. It's probably not that he doesn't have it. He almost certainly has it, but he thinks it's going to get more expensive. Because if he quotes it to me when it's cheap, he's got to supply it to me when it's cheap. That's got to be it. If he doesn't have a price by tomorrow, I'm just going to price it different. Or I'm just going to source it differently. So Expedition Magmar. This should be pretty expensive, actually. Magmar Expedition. Any of these reverse hollows from the e-reader sets go for a lot of money. They all sell really well too. Here's a non-hollow CGC 10 for $150. Let's test out PSA 10. Who made Mr. get angry? I don't like it when Mr's angry. I'm angry all the time though. It's my natural state. Let's see. Wow, you just cannot find this card. Let me check sold. So if I had this as a PSA 10 reverse hollow 10, I can tell you I'd probably price it around 5,000. That's probably what I would do, that or 4,000. Let's go with the Expedition reverse hollow and just see what kind of options we have. You ready? We're pricing up our CGC return because we've got time to do that right now, so we're pricing it up. Let's sort this by best match. Okay. And then just, let's see what kind of options we have. All right. So maybe 5,000's too high, but it looks like it would be priced around 2,000. That would not be a surprise. So about 2,000. Just looking around. So, all right. Wow, this Dragonair's $6,000. That's just crazy. It looks amazing. I think I helped Tammy get a hold of one of those back when they were cheaper. I hope she kept it. Let's see. Might have been a Japanese one. All right, so I've seen some pricings, and so now I just kind of have to come up with the price. And I think it's going to be about $700. So here we are, Expedition Magmar Reverse Hollow, $700. Pretty cool if you like Magmar, huh? What did I pay for this guy? I bought him probably years ago. Yeah, I bought him a while ago. Very cool. Wow, I bought Team Rocket Returns Reverse Foil Magmar for just $220. Oh, it's probably like a $2,000 card or more now. All right, let's see what's next. We got an order from. We're hitting refresh. You don't want to get it later than everybody else. Hot Honey Waifu. Well, I've already placed a pre-order of it. So I should have at least one source, but we're going to need 2 or 3 sources. And I wanted that guy to be my primary source. He always gets it at a better price and offers it at a better price. Here we are. But he's not giving me a price this time. It's got me kind of nervous. I don't know why he does that. One cold one. That's Joseph Smith. Thank you, Mr. Joseph. Appreciate it, man. All right. That's one poker shuffle. He's taking a little shot. All right. Well, since we're having a little bit of a slow moment, how about a giveaway? We need a new giveaway. You guys want a giveaway? Yeah, we want a giveaway. Let's go pick out a giveaway for you guys. That's my job, is to get you guys some free ones. Let's see. I could give you guys this wrongly titled Vulpix. That should be Togepi, of course. Let's see. Why is this card in here? That doesn't make any sense. Bet you. Ooh, this is kind of a good giveaway, isn't it? So we're gonna do this one. I got a cute little giveaway card. You might enjoy it. Here it is. Umbreon. Who doesn't want Umbreon as the giveaway? That's great. Umbreon. I mean, just the cost to grade this nowadays should be like 40 bucks, right? So TCC donations. I'm going to place this guy's value. What do you think? 25? I think that's probably his eBay value. We'll roll me up to 240 then. I'm at 240. What do I got to get to beat Ki Hyun? I got to get to 283. I think I'm out of time. It's already July 28th. I think he wins. Unless I were to suddenly step up my giveaways. Oh, wait a second. This doesn't need a price tag. Just needs a sticker that says free. We've been hosting the giveaways in our Discord server. I'd like you guys to learn how to join that and jump in there so that you can participate in the giveaways as well. And not just let these guys who already know how to do Discord get all the giveaways, because that's what's happening. They're getting all the free spots. See, normally we do Nightbot, but we've been doing guess a number in a Discord giveaway channel. That's what we've been doing, okay? So there we go. It just says free up there so we can find it nice and easily. Just curious how it works. Do I get something? In the Discord server, we can give you the Santa Claus roll. Yeah, we've got something called the Santa Claus roll, and if you're the top donor, we'll give you it. How does that sound? Here we are. All right, let's see. Maybe it would take a minute to work on that Anthony Haymeyer shipping now. Here's Mr. Joseph Smith. He says he'll try another Poke Shuffle. No problem. Oops. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3, and 4. One washing machine. No! All right, the washing machine. Nice try, man. All right. We'll check the website now. Looks like the website's all caught up. I'm going to show you guys what's in the Poke Shuffle now. We showed off the Waifu Shuffles. Might as well give you the update on all of them. You ready? Here, let's zoom out. All right, you ready? Here goes. This is in the Poke Shuffles now. Urshifu 10. Victini 10. This is Master Ball Nidorina. Here's Jigglypuff 9. Shiny Zatu. Here's Ho-Oh. Pokemon Go Pikachu, which is probably the biggest, most expensive pull, went in for $130. He really did. So he's in there somewhere. This Pristine 10. Glory of Team Rocket Regirock. Pretty cool. Here's a Froakie. So we increased the potential top pulls in there. Here's Jigglypuff. Eel Ektross 9 from Dark Explorers. That's a black and white holo. He's Mega Electros now, so he's kind of, in my opinion, gone up in notoriety. Here's a cute little Hypno. Here's a Ditto. Here's an Eevee. We're running low on slabs. Come on, tag. We got Dust Noir. Here's Gengar 9. Here's Paldean Whooper. Here's Square Cut Parasect. Pretty cool. That's an error card. I don't know if it's an error card or if somebody one day hand cut it. Who knows? But BGS graded it, so they put it in a holder for you. Here's Sandshrew, Shinji Kanda. Here's Samurott. Man, I don't think we need to be this zoomed out, do we? There you go. Get a little bit closer. Here's a Chespin from Pokemon XY era. We've got Charmander, Fuecoco. Pretty cheap, actually. Team Moltres. Team Rocket Moltres. Charizard 10. We got this really cool Dialga. Did you see this? I don't even know what that is. Like it says Pokemon on the back, so I don't even know what that is, but he's in there for 55. Here's Mega Heracross. If you're a Dialga fan, you might want to jump in there for that. We've got Dedenne, Porygon Vintage, Onyx Vintage. We got Klawf, Flygon 9, Mega Venusaur. When do we guess a number? Eventually. When I say go guess a number, I guess. And then we also have this expensive Pikachu. Okay. That Trick or Trade Pikachu. Suicune 9. Poker Chansey's in there. Pretty cool. Looks like she's in there for 70. and Umbreon 8. All right, so that is the Poke Shuffles. Pretty big mix of cards. A good expensive chase card in there now. That Pikachu Pokemon Go 10 is pricey, but also the Regirock and a couple others are pretty decent. There we are. All right. That was the Poke Shuffle. Do you want to see what's in the live customs now? Actually, let's show all of them. Why not? It's the beginning of a new week. I'm going to show off all the cards in the other shuffle. So the other shuffle is also a $5 shuffle. I'm going to make a video on this. So this is the other shuffle. We got Mecha Streisand, Gay Darth Maul. That's Denji Chainsaw Man. This is Magic the Gathering Spider-Man. Star Wars. A Halo card. Lord of the Rings. This really nice Naboo Starfighter. So those are some 9s. Here's Qui-Gon. Here's Golden Rock Lee Vintage from Bandai Namco. Here's Shanks 9. Okay. We also have this subsidized clearance I'm No Man Witch King from Lord of the Rings. Mr. Galdino. Wildberry Princess Hollow. Zach 9.5. Gary the Snail. Now that is good. Look at that. Here's a pristine Weiss Schwartz Blau Hello Kitty. Not my wallet. We also have this BR of Kuromi. That's a really nice one. That's like a chase card right there. See? That's nice. You might have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or something like that who likes Hello Kitty, or a child or a niece or a nephew, or you like it, whatever it is. Portgas the Ace graded 10 by us. Cardconomist grading. Here's Sanji. Here's another really great Lord of the Rings card. That one's pretty epic. Here's Sergeant Avery Johnson, the better version of him, not the goofy version that we have now. Here's Sabo, Super 17. Here's another Halo 10. Wow. Super cool in there. The Halo cards are actually some of the better pulls in the box. Here's another 10 Lord of the Rings. Here's a Broly Vigor 10. Hello Kitty Pristine 10. Sandy Cheeks 10. Ah, wow, another Poker Mario card. Ah, we got to put more Poker Marios in there now that I've seen what's in here. I recognize that we have room for more Poker Mario in there because those are really cool Poker Marios. What is your favorite block in Minecraft? Oh, that's a great question. Okay, probably spruce. I like the dark brown spruce as a building block for regular homes. But you know, there's also the dark oak, I think it's called. And now they have that new one, the one that's like black and gray. What's that called? It's called like dead oak or something. I don't know what it's called, but it's from that new biome. Don't make me play Minecraft, damn it. Been playing too much of that in my lifetime. If I play it again, I'm gonna go nuts. If I play it one more time, I'll lose my mind. All right, we're showing off the live customs. Are you guys ready for it? You probably can't handle it. I gotta sneeze, man. Hold on. Woo! All right, sneezing into my shirt there. What do we have? So this is new. Look at that. Look at that. That's great. This Arbok, Dark Arbok from Team Rocket. Here's Salamence 10. That's from 2021, by the way. That's Blue Sky Stream Salamence. Rocket Moltres 7. Pretty serious business right there. Heracross 10. Victini 10. Marnie 10. Whoa, the good stuff is in the live customs, it almost seems like. It makes sense, you know, with the Poke Shuffles and the other shuffles, you're only working with $5 pulls. These are 25. Here's Dawn. She could have gone into the Waifu Shuffle. Same with Marnie. Here's Snorlax. Here's this Snorlax is great. Here's Mimikyu. It looks like we do have a non-Pokemon pull in there. We like to do that. Here's Deoxys, because it gives you a chance to consider it. Here's Gyarados. Raikou 10. Oh, baby. Dark Gyarados. So we got some great stuff in the live customs, in my opinion. Rayquaza. Charizard 8. Tentacruel. This really good Squirtle. That's a chase. Here's the actual chase. $400 Spearow. Raikou. We've got Eevee. I found a sealed Minecraft VR game for PlayStation 4 the other day for $1. Really? Pristine Galarian Moltres is in there. Cool. Who doesn't want that? Here's Nidoqueen 10. Here's Ivysaur 10. Here's... I'm going to buy that Ivysaur back out. Oh, I shouldn't have put it back in there. I should have bought that out. Here's Gengar 9 for 300. Pretty expensive, but, you know, it's Gengar. Ekans Pidgey. And here's, let's see. We've got Charizard Holo 8. Victini. Mewtwo 10. Look at that. Here's one of those Pokemon Go Squirtles. We got Rocket Zapdos. We got the Oshawott 10. And, of course, this hyper fancy Aries and Mars antiquated coin. Super neat. Whenever that does sell, we'll probably put a different cool coin in there. All right, so that was the live customs. And I have to say, they cost more per try, but there's some pretty dang fancy cards in there. I gotta admit, there's some fancy cards in there. I like that one. Live customs is, the problem is you have a cap of $100 and every shuffle is just $5. So how much can you really put in the Poke Shuffles, you know? But the live customs are expensive, $25 per roll. I wonder if I could just up that to like 30 even. And no, I don't like that number 30. Makes me want to cry when I see the coin. Yeah, I feel you, man. You're not the first person to re-roll a card that maybe you should have held. You never know what's going to happen with the re-roll. Like, you might have re-rolled it and pulled twice the value on a lucky re-roll. So, but, you know, and then some re-rolls turn out pretty rough. The question is, can you live with yourself if that happens to you? All right, what do we have here? Let me hit refresh. It's cold. So you saw the live customs, the Poke Shuffles, the other shuffles, and the Waifu Shuffles tonight. And there's still no orders in the queue. So I'm going to say we're having a slow Monday night. I'm going to take a second, if you wish, and get these guys priced up, because we aren't actually even done pricing up all our slabs. We got 3 more slabs here. We've got this wonderful Ekans. My gosh, dude. These cards are insane. This pristine 10 Ekans, that's really good. And then this Magnemite 10 from base set, which was a card I actually bought for myself. I'm a Magnemite fan. Maybe I should just continue to keep this. Let's see how it's done. Let me see if I can find out what I paid for it, because I don't remember what I paid for it. I might have actually graded it myself. I might have graded that one myself. No, I paid, are you ready for this? Well, I don't have to tell you, I can show you. I paid $53 for that guy. And so there you go. He's not what I thought he was. I thought he was a card from the past. It looks like he was purchased more recently than that. Oh, I don't know which is which. So here's the same exact pristine Magnemite purchased in 2021 for $49. Oh. Is there a way to tell? Not really. I don't know which one's which. So I did buy one in the past. In 2021, I bought one. Whatever happened to that one then? Did I sell it? And is this one the one from 2024? I don't know. Darn, I don't know actually. All right, well, let's see what he would sell for. Magnemite base. Here's a first edition one for like 6,000. We need a Japanese one. Base Japanese. Let's go ahead and change this into a PSA 10. See what a PSA 10 is going for. All right, so PSA 10 on this card is going for about $300. Is this right? Yeah, about $300. From $50 to $300, everybody. What do you think of this? I think that's what we're doing. I think that's it. It's going to be $300. All right. Cert number Mr. Yeah, but the picture, the old, well, actually, no, maybe the more recent one still has its picture. Let's test it. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Hold on, let's see. Base Magnemite. All right, so here's the more recent one. Do I get to see a picture of that? No. No, you don't get the cert number, unfortunately. So I don't know the certification, so there's no way to tell. Now they put the cert on the front, so it's easier to tell. But so he's for $300 in a PSA 10. And there are no CGC pristine 10s. All right. I'm just going to set them up as $300 for now. And leave it alone. It is. Now, this Nidoking is a standard holo from Dragon Frontiers. It's extremely cool. He's a dark type. Great artwork. Delta species. Check the back of the card. Ooh, this one's nice. He looks good. All right. Tree Fitty? Yeah, Tree Fitty. Love you long time. There you go. Very good. All right. Oh, Miss Tammy knows the name of it. Pale Oak. Tammy, what do you think? Do you think we take the regular Minecraft world that we have right now and we just open that back up as a Realm server? If we were to host Minecraft as a group, how can we host it in a way that people actually want to get on it? Because I feel like what was going on is we had a world and nobody was really getting on it, including myself, because I was burnt out. I don't want to play Minecraft every day. So how do you get a Minecraft server where, you know, you actually have a good number of people on the Minecraft server? I feel like we're not necessarily a Minecraft group. We're a Pokemon card collecting group. So, you know, if we were a dedicated Minecraft group, it would be easier to find and get people in there. It doesn't make sense for us to be a dedicated Minecraft group. We're a dedicated Pokemon card group. Okay, we're going to say Dragon. Let's say Frontiers. Nidoking Frontiers. See, I don't know if I allowed people to I've got an idea. What if you could buy, sell, and trade your Pokemon cards in real life, but only in the Minecraft server? Would that be funny? That would be pretty funny, right? You know, like we got rid of Pokestand, didn't we? Imagine we made a Minecraft server where you could sell your cards. That'd be hilarious. All right. I don't know. That seems sort of, I don't know, unnecessarily complicated. It seems contrived. All right, he's only $500. Go crazy on him, guys. Is that right? Reset, literally everything is looted out. I don't mind resetting a new world and paying $10 a month. I think what would work is if there was like a paid channel in Discord that costs like, I don't know, maybe like $2 a month, not much, and it pulls automatically from your PayPal account. And anyone who does that gets access to that Minecraft channel in Discord, where we then share back and forth the Minecraft code. And the only people allowed in the server are the people who have that role in Discord, right? So everyone's not allowed to have access to it. And that way, I'm not just losing $120 a year to the Minecraft server, which is what we were doing. I probably, by now, spent $360 to have that server open for everybody. I mean, you know, if I'm going to keep that open for 10 years, it's just a lot of money. I'd like to at least break even. Could start a Minecraft chat in the Discord and see how much interest there is. Yeah, well, I know you would enjoy it. I would probably pop in occasionally for a bit of fun. I'm tired of Minecraft. I played it unbelievably large amounts of hours. I mean, before you guys met me, I'd already played Minecraft for thousands of hours. I was an absolute fanatic. And the problem with that is I played it so much that, you know, now I'm ready for not playing it ever again. You know, like there's a lot of video games where I played it for thousands of hours, and I'm not about to pop the game back in and get fully back into it. Like, for example, Monster Hunter World, I played that game for like 4,000 hours, and honestly, I think I played Minecraft about the same amount. And so I don't know if I'm just going to hop right back in and be like, all right, let's get another 10,000 hours in here. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's intense. It's really intense to do that. Let's see. I am going to go ahead and buy this, actually. I just found a great card at a great price. Should I? Doobie. Yeah, I'm going to do it. It's a good price. I just like to build regardless. True. I mean, some people can play the game forever, I think. I mean, again, I could probably play again. It's just, I wish they'd put out some really meaningful upgrade or something to the game. All right. I'm going to set this to 600. All right, we got an Ekans. Good. Wonderful. Let's see what's going on in the queue. Cash App is empty. Anthony Haymeyer's asking me to go ahead and ship his stuff to Probstein. And we have a little order from a gentleman named Javier Arroyo. Hello, Javier. Javier, we should just put you onto the giveaway. You're here so frequently. 1 live custom, 1 Marvel pack. All right, you got it. 1 live custom, 1 Marvel pack. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Tammy, can you think of any other game other than Minecraft we could do that with? So the Minecraft thing's kind of a fun thing because you could host a server where a lot of people get on, and it's sort of like a private thing for our group, right? That's Minecraft, right? Like joining the yacht club, right? 1 Don fan. Let's grab that magic pack. What other games have the ability to do that, where everyone can kind of meet up on it? Obviously, it's very easy to do that in Minecraft. Did you get any stamp reverses to come back in CGC 10? Yeah, well, they all came back in CGC 10, the stamp reverse hollows. Well, wait a second, I'm confused. What are you referring to particularly? You mean the recent CGC return, the one where it was just an upgrade return? Yeah, those all came back 10s because they were already 10s when I sent them. Stardew, Terraria. Does Stardew actually allow you to host like a map for like a bunch, like on a server for people to join? Here's Vibranium, Tree Commando, Reptile, Dinomorpher, Madame Hydra, Doc Ock Henchman, Venom, Evil Unleashed. That's great. I like the Venom. Here's White Widow, Yelena Belova. The White Widow, Spider-Man. You got Spider-Man. Island. Doomsday. Here's Royal Talon. Scientist Supreme of AIM. Harbinger of the Seas. The Serpent Society. And a little comic book. All right, cool. Stardew can be up to 4 people. I feel like that's too... Well, it's not like we ever had tons of people on Minecraft at the same time, right? We are. All right, here's Scientist of Supreme AIM. Doomsday. Woo! All right. Oh, don't go anywhere, Spider-Man. We want you. Spider-Man trying to sneak away. Here we are. Here's the Venom Unleashed. Venom and Spider-Man. Couldn't put a slab away on one of them. On one of the reverse hollow stamped cards. Yeah, you're allowed to do that. Anyone's allowed to do that. Here we are. All right, we'll put this over here. Javier, let's grab your baggie. Well, thank you very much. We got to get some new guys in here, man. We got to run a new guys Thursday or something. New guys Monday, new guys Tuesday. I think Tuesdays should be for new guys. And Wednesdays, we should make Wednesdays ladies' night. What do you guys think? Kadabra. And here's Noctowl. Look at that Noctowl. So lovely. So. Yeah, we need to advertise ourselves to some new guys already. All right. Well, it's 4 a.m. and I think the stream is slow enough to maybe take a break potentially. What do you guys think? Let me ask you, is anyone here interested in doing anything else? When is the men's night? Yeah, let's do a men's night. When's singles night? We do have 58 watchers. I mean, we don't have to stop. I think it's because if we stopped here, I'd probably go work on something else, to be honest. I finished pricing up the CGC return, so the whole thing's here. Mr. Choi was just asking about it. Let's go find that real fast. Here you go, Mr. Choi. So you wanted the reverse hollow stamps. So here's the Cyndaquil. We priced them at about 1,000. And when singles night, all right, let's see. Totodile. There we go. Ladies' night is when everyone buys Tammy free booster packs all night. All right, let's see. I'll have like a rule. Every certain amount of cards that sell, we load up a free pack for the ladies or something. Here's, let's see. Pokemon Ladies Night. Whoa. So I think the plan was to put these into like the Poke Shuffles or something as it's needed. Probably should get on that. Let's see. What's this? Mega Lopunny, huh? Claiming Totodile, he's pricey. He's $1,500. I'm going to say Mega Lopunny. So Mega Lopunny can definitely go into the Poke Shuffles. Oh, I was going to put it into the Waifu Shuffle, wasn't I? That's what it was. I remember now. So she's going to go off into the Waifus. I'm here for Ladies Night. It's Chrissy, the real girl. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Okay. Is that a gamer girl? Oh, it's a gamer girl. I can smell you from here. Mega Lopunny. Please call me Senpai. Just one time. Mega Lopunny P10. Mister, you got Japanese OP13? All the One Piece I have is already listed. So we probably had it at one point, but we probably sold out of it. Mister, how much to start Slab Away on $1,500? So it's just $20, but keep in mind, it will be really rough if you don't pay it off in the halfway in 3 months. So we're a lot more strict on Slab Away. I've been warning everybody. Nowadays, you do have to hit the halfway point pretty accurately. So in 3 months, you have to have $750 on the card. Now, you can extend it to a whole year if you wish. To get a year-long Slab Away costs 15% of the value of the card. So, so a full year extension on Totodile, in other words, would cost, ready for this, $225, which is still less than your credit card or the bank would charge you. So ironically, that's actually pretty good. It shows you how generous Slab Away has been. Slab Away has been ridiculously generous. But so now it's just $20, but you have to have it halfway paid at the 3-month mark. So I'm expecting $750 within 3 months. And then if you wish to have a year extension, that costs $225. Here's Mega Lopunny. The question is, if I'm doing an extension, should it be something that you pay up front, or should it be something that you pay down within those 6 months? Because I was talking to another person about that, and they were saying they wanted the cost baked into the card so that they didn't have to pay it up front. And maybe that is the better system. You know, I was sitting down thinking about it, and I was like, well, I mean, if it works, it works. You know what I mean? But maybe, yeah, I don't know. It's just something. I don't know what to think about it. But I was talking to somebody about it, and it was just unfortunate. But they wanted the 1 year extension baked into the price of the card, and I said, well, I'd kind of like it to be paid up front. And I realized, you know, maybe it's easier not to do it that way. You know, I'm still learning how all these things kind of work. You know, what works best for everybody. There goes Lopunny. That is like a mobile credit loan. A mobile credit loan. What's a mobile credit loan? I've never heard of that. 15% is pretty fair. Most credit cards are going to be higher than 15%. And again, the credit cards could be pretty vicious too, right? Like they can affect your credit score and all that. There's no effect on your credit score with me. Dark Jolteon. So we're looking up PSA 7. That's a 7.5. We're going to look up PSA 7 Dark Jolteon First Edition. See what comes back. Or was I going to crack this? I think this was a higher grade, and then I cracked it and regraded it and came back a lower grade. I think we're just going to sell it as is. No Good Vibes and Sing. Let's see. It looks like... Skibbity boop. it looks like we're going to do probably 45 on this. That's sad. That's basically the cost of grading. Now that one's going to go off into the Poke Shuffle. We got an empty queue. If you guys want any fun tonight at all, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're having a slow stream. We are. We're having a slow stream last week. Last week was, well, it wasn't all last week, wasn't it? You know, you had that stream where Miss Kara Nichols goes pretty crazy in one of those episodes, doesn't she? Just the last couple days have actually been slow. My concept of slow is probably warped, you know. There it is. I think it would be fun if we hosted events in the live stream. What kind of events would you guys like? It is. Like, obviously, if it's my birthday, that's kind of like an event. People usually show up for a birthday. There we go. Here's, oh man, that looks nice. Flareon PSA 10. Ooh, that looks real good. Here's the Patrick Fishnet. Somebody was warning me that this card, because of something released in Fortnite, this card might have gone up. All right, let's see. I'll go ahead and dust him a little bit and dust him a little bit. Let's go ahead and grab the sleeve. So we're still working. I just found more stuff to work on. The Flareon, do I keep them or do I resell them? Because I think I bought this for me. Fishnet's Patrick is a card we've had over and over again. Let's take a stop and look at this order. Frisbee toss. There's girls here? Here we are. So Mr. Rookie Hune says he'll take another spot on the gym challenge split. You got it. Here you go. I'll put you down by your first name. There you go. So this is actually a large purchase. This is a $59 purchase. Pokebox, the star card. Where are we? Ooh, which one's a which? It must be this one. The expensive boosters, now the vintage pack. Is that right? Let's see. This one's called Pack Split, and this one's called Expensive Split. All right, so the Expensive Split. So what's going on over here, 2 cards in here have sold now. So this is 2 out of 11. And here you can see a gym break for another spot. $30 buy-in if you'd like to do that, guys. So if you jump into this gym break, you have a 1 in 2 odds of pulling a spot in the gym challenge. Okay. So that's up to 2 out of 11. It's kind of like 2.5 out of 11. I'm waiting on the sublist to go off. Plan to buy each spot on every sublist. Damn. You like the sublist, huh? Okay, let's see. So there's definitely some pressure for the gym challenge pack split. He's very interested in seeing it go off. So we're going to say Patrick Fishnets. Ready? All right, so the cheapest one is now $250. Originally, he was $100. And oh my Lord. So he has sold. Oh, but wait a second. These are more rare. So he has sold very recently, multiple times. He last sold on July 25th for $250. Is this actually numbered? I don't think it's numbered. Oh, okay. So it's like a special sapphire holographic. However, it's not numbered. That's interesting. So how do I interpret that? I guess what I'm going to do is what I've always done. I'm going to eBay match the price. So here's the one we'll be copying right here, $250, and then you can see one over here for $400. Again, somebody mentioned that his price went up because he's just been added to Fortnite or something like that. I think ours is going to be cheaper. Yeah, we're going to do ours slightly cheaper. So there's one up there for $250. We'll make ours $230. How about that? Maybe I'll dual list it. Oh, I already put a price tag on it. take the risk. 50-50. Nice. Here it is. All right. I doubt this guy's going to sell. He's hard to move. He can be hard to move. I think you have to have a really specific SpongeBob audience to get that one moved. So here's Mega Sharpedo. All right. Mega Shart. Let's see. Mega Sharpedo 113. He's not terribly expensive either. Wow, she opened up a box of the Phantasmal Flames and really lost a lot of money on that. It was not worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just shows you how rough Pokemon is, you know. So we're stuffing the Poke Shuffles even harder. There's even more cards in here. Mega Sharpedo 55. It's not a bad odds. Yeah, I agree, man. There we go. All right. Here's Flygon 10. Dang, dude, that one's cool. Flygon 10. Let's take a quick. Ooh, I didn't spell that right. Oop. Come on, dude. I did not want to click on that. This app is so goofy sometimes. All right. Well, I think I'm going to price this one at $125 and set it into the live customs. So away he goes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Flygon going in. All right. We're going to say number 101. Flygon P10. All right. I keep thinking about that Snorlax. It looks really nice. All it takes is $40 to jump in there. You could pull them. You might miss. 9 people will miss. It's already 4 people in there. They're all waiting for it to go off. All those people already in there. They're all waiting for other people to join. Here it is. Snorlax is a top tier Pokemon. He's one of those desirable ones, you know. Actually, one of my best performing cards has been Snorlax. Rocky Return Snorlax and Jungle Snorlax, which I might have next to me. Yeah, so this Jungle Snorlax is like, I don't know, I think he's approaching like $100,000. And I got the Rocket Returns one as well. That one's doing really well too on price-wise. Pretty cool. 2,754. Wild. Put that back over there. I wonder if there's been any interesting news on last solds that of cards I own. I don't always keep up with that information, you know. Okay, and here is Dugong. Since we don't have any orders coming in, I'm just kind of working on the Poke Shuffles and the live customs. But you know, I run out of things to do eventually, and it could be better off for me to just call it a night. Let's see. Here's an order from Javier. He says, Gym Challenge sublist. All right, he's taking you to the bank. Are you ready? Very good. So I'll set this to the side. It's Javier versus Roki Hyun. Let's go grab your cards. I'll talk about anything you guys want to talk about too. I don't mind having a fun conversation if you guys want to ask me any questions or anything like that, whatever keeps us engaged. Javier. Ready? Let's see. Maybe up here. Roki Hyun's here. And then Javier, you are somewhere. Jacob, Cody, Joseph, Javier. All right. For a spot in the gym challenge. Good luck, you two. Sorry if I missed any messages. I'm driving. I keep thinking about the Snorlax. Let me pull that Snorlax up to the front to tease him a little bit, okay? So here he is. Somebody's going to pull him for $40. Just like if you open a booster pack and pull a chase card out, and that chase card was already graded. That's the best part. You know, because I had a lot of those Snorlax, and only a handful ever graded 10, and I'm sure it worked the same exact way for everyone else. So it's not like these are just popping out and grading 10 every time. So it's nice that he's already graded 10. Think of the time you save, too. You don't have to wait like 6 months for it to come back. All right, here we are. Rookie Hyun. We've got Fighter Energy. Oh, you're winning this round. Electivire. So now you just need to get a Skeledirge or something. There it is. All right. When someone pulls the computer search, they're allowed to pick any card out of the deck. So he's going to pull Skeledirge and quickly defeat Electivire. Round 1, Javier. Round 2, Fuecoco. Oh, all right, Mr. Rookie Hyun. This time it's a straight sweep. Javier takes it. Hey, hey. All right. Well, look at you two guys. You've got even cards now. You both won half your battles. Just look at that. 4 and 4, 2 and 2. That's pretty interesting. Kind of like tossing a coin, isn't it? Feels like it a little bit. Okay. This shall say Javier. Good games. It's about, it's like, darn. Yeah. All right, ready? Here it goes. This means Gym Challenge is now 3 out of 11. And we need a new card. I could just do this. I could just mark you off here and then just put a fresh 1 down there. So we'll just reuse the card real fast. Okay, that's that sub list. Cool. Did you guys know you could also join this for a gym break? It's the Marvel Box. We're hosting non-stop gym breaks for those for a while because I have too many of them. I got tons of them. I had to host a gym break on one of these because we got a lot of Sneaker Bunko. Tons of it. There we are. I know we also have a gym break running on one of these. Here we are. So this is the Disney pack. It's 10 boosters, 21 and 2. So those are some gym breaks if you guys are looking for gym break fun. Gym breaks, they're pretty popular actually. People really like them. All right, good. Let's see what's going on down here. We have a Javier order. He says 1 Snorlax spot, 1 live custom. Here you are. So the Snorlax actually is at the halfway point. Okay, that was in the title, was Snorlax close. I think he's going to go off before the Tyranitar. There we go. All right. He's going to be 5. Very nice. And 1 live. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Good luck. Whoop. Oh, yes. Here it is. Look at that. The 1-pack snipe. Well, you're having a good night so far, Mr. Javier. Mimikyu. Okay, T10 Mimikyu. What could that be? I'm trying to remember what the Mimikyu was. Was it one we just put in there? Mimikyu. Could it be Trick or Trade? All right, let's see. Oops. Aha, is it this? Whoa, it's a $200 card. So it works very similar to the Poke Shuffles. If you re-roll this one, he'll re-roll for $150. And after that point, he re-rolls 25 at a time. So he's a re-roll at $150. Now, before you re-roll him, go look his price up on eBay. It's pretty remarkable. Got a nice swirl by his ear back there. These Cosmic Hollow cards are doing really well. This is Trick or Trade Mimikyu. And we got Halloween coming around the corner. He's from 2024. That makes him 2 years old already. He's just a cool card. Trick or Trade. Okay, you ready for this? I'm going to show him off real fast. So this is the one you have right here. That's the Cosmic Hollow one. 16 Watchers. Look at that. That's the same one you have. And if we go to last sold, oops, What did I just do? Oh, I just lost it. What the hell? Why didn't it save it in my recent then? Weird. So if we go to last sold, it probably last sold around that price. Might have sold, let's see. Oh my dear God. So it did actually last sell for 350, it looks like. That's like, look, it wasn't even marked down. 350 for that one. Crazy. So that's that. What else? This is the Cosmic one, sold on July 6th for 150. There it is. So yeah, you pulled them for 200. The reroll value would be 150. Let me know what you want. I had to show that because sometimes I feel people don't believe he's so expensive, but here's what I know about the card. He's really actually hard to find in a 10. So you might have to go through like maybe like 40 of these to find one that's actually well-centered and doesn't have lips or, you know, like scratches or whatever. Or white dots is a really big problem too. So look how nice and clean that is. See that? Nice and clean. Nice and clean. So there you have it. Yeah, they're actually pretty hard to get in a 10. So by the time you've actually gone through 40 of these, it kind of does feel like you've spent close to $200 opening packs. Reroll? All right, you got it. So if he's re-rolling this, I'm buying it back out. All right, so that goes back to me. And then your re-roll shall be for 150. Here goes. Good luck. 150. How many packs is 150? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3. All right, 6 packs. Good luck. I hope you strike gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. He's gone from 1 live custom to 6 live customs. And this could be an upgrade from the Mimikyu. 1, 2, Mastiff, Varum. Ooh. Ah, there we go. Very nice. And, okay, not a double hit, but look at all these spare cards you got out of here. It's kind of cool, right? That's kind of what I intended with the live customs. That's why they have booster packs instead of like, just like, you know, common cards like we do with the other ones. You're actually supposed to get some bonus cards. The Varum's actually a promo. Isn't that cool? Okay, what's it going to be? I feel like I just put this one in the box. Queen of Clubs, Ivysaur. All right, so it is at least a more vintage card. I think the problem for you on this one, if you don't want it, the problem is I think it's already been re-rolled. Let's see. I like the Ivysaur. I think Ivysaur is sweet. Here it is. So the Ivysaur is a $100 card now. The re-roll is $75, which is notably rougher than what you just did. So re-roll on Ivysaur is $75. This is Ivysaur, Queen of Clubs from the Leaf Green collection. Just a really nice poker card. There it is, Venusaur on the back. And it's weirdly cheap. I don't know why. It doesn't feel right to me. It feels like it should cost more than that, but it just is. Maybe it will go up in price. I don't know. It is. But you're welcome to re-roll that one if you wish, or keep it and lock in the pull. I'm gonna go grab your baggie. All right, here's this. All cold watch, says Mr. Javier. Actually, it really wasn't this time. There. Put that back. All right, so you also got that Varum promo, by the way, which if that grades 10 is pretty sweet. He's making a tough decision. He's like, You could re-roll for 3 and pull the best card ever in the box, or you could pull 3 cold ones. You could keep the Ivysaur. I'll keep it. All right. I have it as well. You already have this one? How's that even possible? All right, here you go. Congratulations. This is for Javier. So he started out with $25, pulled a $200 card, which was the Mimikyu, re-rolled that one into a $150 card. So you're still way up by $125. And Mimikyu returns to me. Now, the Mimikyu. Let's see. So I bought him back. He's mine. And I think we're going to change his price to $225. Is the reality. We're seeing this card go up in value. So we're going to change that and place him right here for now. That's available. I think I'll keep this card in the back. There you are. All right. There he goes. That's my second one. That's crazy. Roki Hyun, 1 gym challenge sublist. I guess in a way it makes sense, right? Like, all right, so he is going to go ahead and buy back in here, guys. If you wish to gym challenge him, $30, okay, everyone? All right. There we go. All right, that's for the next round in the gym challenge pack split. There's now 3 people out of 11 people in there. After this, it'll be 4 people out of 11. So you see some movement on that. $400, the Snorlax. I have another one for sale if you'd like to buy it outright. If that's why you're asking, here he is. So we're doing $380 red label on that one. It is. All right. The break, yeah, comes out to 400. He's going to finish. He's 5 out of 10 already. He'll finish. He'll actually finish sometimes like that at the end. Because once it gets down to just a couple spots, people get really aroused and they get really sweaty and they go, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want to miss out on my chance on a good Snorlax. So he's already sort of jumped through the hoops where it's hard to get him to move. He's already over the hump, so to speak. Let's see. All right, so we got Dugong here. Can I slap away on the Snorlax? That's exactly what you can do. Absolutely. You can put this one as a slap away. Okay, so this Dugong's going up into the live customs. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We're going to say number 097 Dugong P10. All right. Can you show me how, please? Well, you'd basically just send $40 and say, I want the Snorlax. That's how you would officially get it started. Now, what you need to do is you need to have them halfway paid off by the 3-month mark. We're really strict on that now. So be sure to make payments on them. You don't have to like, you know, I don't like set an amount. I don't say you need 3 easy payments of blah, 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 right? But he's got to be done at the 3-month mark. He's got to be halfway done. At 6 months, he has to be completely done. Okay, so Slab Away is a 6-month, pretty much is a program where you get the card for 6 months. It's kind of like a loan because that's my capital wrapped up in this Snorlax instead of in my pocket in my wallet. And so now he's yours and I can't sell him to anyone else. And so I'm expecting you to pay him off within 6 months. So it's basically like a loan. It's like a Pokemon card loan. And yeah, you get 3 months to pay him halfway down and 6 months to pay him all the way down. You can do a much heavier thing where you pay him down over 1 year, but that will be 15% of the cost of the card. To actually do Slab Away is just a $20 fee and $20 down on the card. So that's how we normally do Slab Away. So if you send that 40, I'm keeping 20 as a fee, and then 20 gets applied to the Snorlax right away. You'll owe 360 from then on. Yep. Very, 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 very popular. We've handed out hundreds and hundreds of expensive cards through Slab Away. Let's see. I kind of wanted to re-roll the Ivysaur, but didn't want to push my luck again. Yeah, exactly. I'm off to bed. Good night. What? You can't go off to bed. We do have an order from Miss Christine. Whoa, that is an unusually large order. I guess it was a good thing we stayed on, huh? So let's see who's first, though. There's also an order from Mr. Jorge, and he says, get me that Snorlax. Oh, that's been claimed, so give me a second. All right, so this is now going off to Slab Away. Let me go set it up for you. All right. I should create a whole manual for Slab Away that you can click on a link and read it. And just point people to it. So you're going to be right here, 7/28/2026. Snorlax, Black Star. And it's going to say 380, 360 remains. All right, so he's already claimed. And what happens next is I go acquire another one. So the market's already pushing on this card a little bit. I thought he was underpriced when I ran into him. I was like, that's a good card. You can see he fails the 10 a lot based on his total PSA pop. That's what I was saying. I was saying, you know, you kind of need a couple of these guys just to get a chance for a... Oh, what the hell? Just to get a chance for a 10. My internet's bugging out. All right, there we go. This is Terraria BGM Jams. I know, I love it. I played a lot of Terraria. Okay, so we took care of that. A new Snorlax is on the way. Now we can jump over here to Miss Christine, and she's got a nice big order. She wants a box of Terra Festival and 10 packs of 151 and 2 packs of Chinese Gem Volume 3. Ooh, okay, you got it. Okay, you ready? There we go. Oops. Now, 10 Terra Festival is a whole box of that. The 151s are probably over here. But we're going to find out which half of the box you got, if you got the good half or the bad half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And actually, there's 3 packs left. See, we opened up a fresh box to make those jumbo packs, and so we don't know who got the hit, the jumbo packs or you. We're going to find out, though. Let's go get a fresh box of the Terra Festival real fast. Ready? Here we are. All right. 10 Japanese Terra Festival. There we go. If you like Terra Festival, don't forget, we have the new, where is it? We have the new Chinese version. Here it is. So this is Japanese on the left. This is the Chinese version. A lot of people are enjoying this one for the cheaper price, but also it has an exclusive Sylveon in it. So don't forget about this one too, okay? All right, here goes. Chrissy, do you think you can sell me a 3 Birds tag team? Potentially. You want one that's PSA 10 or something like that? I might have one laying around somewhere. I'm not sure if I do. That card was always kind of fun. 3 Birds, huh? Now this is 2. Yeah, that's right. You ordered 2. All right. Whew. This is a big order, guys. This is like $468. Holy, dude. Big order. Largest order of the night. There we go. And here we are. And here are some of these. Snipping this. Okay. All right. We're going to snip this as well. And we're going to snip these as well. Ready? Very good. Tonight's Monday night. How's your Monday going, guys? Pretty standard Monday? Can you believe July's almost over? We're almost into August. Crazy. Time's just flying, man. Here's Gengar. And here's Clefable. Ooh, look at that Gengar, man. And here's Darkrai. And Absol. All right, so one holographic Gengar pops out. Nothing too crazy. Pop this over here. God pack incoming, hopefully. All right, so 151. This is a really pricey set and is still in demand. We sold like a whole box and a half of this to Mr. Mark Kaplan. Here's Leaky Tongue. Yeah, this is popular. Here. Oh, you know, we need to get some new Mega Dream Japanese. That's right. I should ask my supplier if he has access to that. Hey, so that's going to be Pidgey Master Ball popping out for you. Not bad. Ooh. Okay, Pidgey Master Ball. Here we have Charmeleon and Blastoboy. Okay. Here's Metapool. Here we are. All right. Here's Gyarados. We've also got Clefairy. No, that's Clefairy. I said that right. Here's a Dragonite. And here's Bulbasaur. Look at that Bulbasaur. All right. Very nice. Tossing this over here. So, no SIR, no SR, but you do pick up the Bulbasaur AR, and you pick up a nice Master Ball. There we go. Look at that. Ooh. So nice. Thanks for the slab away. I have a feeling this card is going to shoot to the moon. I think he has the potential to become $800 pretty easily myself. Now, what do we got here? That's why we're restocking him. We got Virizion. Look at that Virizion. Okay, a little Virizion. Here's Glaceon. So we got a whole box of Terra Festival. There better be something good in here. We got Okidogi. This set was so crazy when it came out. I remember the demand for it was just so nuts. Bramblin. I actually think the Bramblin design's pretty fun. He's a ghost grass type. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, lovely. Here's Moon Ursaluna. Is it Blood Moon Ursaluna? I never remember that guy's name. Here's the Raikou. That looks absolutely absurd. Because he's like a dinosaur now. Set that there. Here's... Is this it? This might be the hit. Let's find out. Let's find out. What do we got? Oh, lovely. The Eevee. All right. There's two different Eevees in here. And you got the Dessert Eevee. That became a promo in English. Nice. Super awesome. That's a decent box. All right. And here's some more of these. God, there's so many of those, man. Do you think they're slept on? The Snorlax? Ah, definitely. This happens every time. Every time, in every sort of like era, there's like some odd promos, especially of desirable Pokemon. And, you know, people see them and they go, yeah, that's a promo. And then later on, they just get obscenely expensive. It's like, what happened to that promo? Well, it turned out they never reprinted it. They reprint all this other stuff, but they don't reprint the promos. The promos, they get printed like one time in like triple booster pack holders. In the blisters, they're called, right? So they get printed like one time. And then when Pokemon goes to reprint something like Twilight Masquerade, they don't reprint those blisters. What they reprint is booster bundles and booster boxes. Or maybe like a premium collection or something like that, right? So those Black Star promos always end up being significantly more rare than like the standard pulls from that time period. Because the standard pulls, they all get reprinted, right? Like Twilight Masquerade could get reprinted over and over and over and over again. We don't know how much there is. But this guy, he just got printed only with the triple blister pack, and then he never got reprinted afterwards. So, you know, he'll reach his potential population pretty fast, and then there will be some, you know, kind of stowed away by some smart guy who's stowing away some triplet packs, some blisters. But yeah, he's going to be expensive over time, and it's just really obvious. It is. I've learned that from years and years and years and years of doing this. We are. All right. Very good. Ooh, we've got Lovely Hair Lady. We've got Master Ball Bramblin. We've got the beautiful Eevee. We got the AR Bulbasaur, Master Ball Pidgey, and a cute little Gengar Hollow. Well, thank you so much, Miss Christine. Let's go find your bag. So, Christine, do you have a larger bag? I feel like you maybe do. Here it is. Your bag's getting larger. Your bag's turning into a pricey bag. All right, set this here. Are we doing early guesses or at the end guesses? Well, we're 2 hours and 19 minutes in. We could probably start doing the guesses now. You guys want me to activate the the guesses. We are. All right, let's go over to the guesses channel. Wow, it's already 4:55. That's nuts. So here is the Discord server giveaways channel. And I'm going to hit the button, and now it's active. So you can go into that channel and guess a number between 1 and 20 to enter the giveaway. And this is the giveaway. This time it's a cute little trick-or-trade Umbreon. That's for free, and to participate in it, you have to head over to our Discord server, go to the giveaway channel, and guess a number between 1 and 20. That's all you have to do. We want people to join the Discord server and just kind of hang out over there. All right, there we are. Miss Chrissy, that was the biggest order of the night. How do you feel? Do you feel like a queen? Let's rotate these. Here's Numel. Here's Aggron. Here's the Krusty Krab Topps Chrome Wave Refractor. I wonder if it's ever worth it to like crack these and send them off to like, you know, like CGC. Nah, this one's probably a 9. Probably appropriately a 9. Set that there. Krusty Krabs. Here's our Ekans from Nintendo 64. You guys know where the artwork from these special stadium cards come from? Nintendo 64 Stadium. So it's my opinion that when you get cards from like the Pokemon video games, they always do really well over time. You know, like Pokemon Rumble is an example of that. Or Pokemon Snap, right? Well, this is Nintendo 64 Stadium. They're extremely rare, but for some reason, they're extremely cheap. So I just think it's one of those things where people don't believe it's expensive. Look, there's only 16 of these. That's nothing. So I think that those have a lot of potential if somebody starts to gobble them all up. And here's a Lord of the Rings challenge for Frodo. That's cool. All right. Wow. Well, tonight's been a little bit busier than I thought at first. I feel like Snorlax Sword and Shield is one of the best ever, and he's being slept on. What do you guys think? He's definitely cool. There were a lot of them, though. He's a standard. It's like what I was saying. He's a standard pull. They actually reprinted him. So there's plenty of those got reprinted. Now, what do we have here? So this Darkrai is another one of those crazy trick-or-trade cards that went way, way up in price. Take a look at that. How cool is that? So here's another one. We got the Mimikyu on the table. Here's the Darkrai on the table. And we're just going to price him appropriately for what he should probably be right now. It's probably going to be close to $300. All right, let's see. Okay. And then it looks like we have a Matthew Rodriguez order coming in. Trick or Trade Darkrai. 136. Oh my God. Looks like the cheapest one is $350. Let me check sold. I think Darkrai is a little more popular now after the Abyssai. But so if we look here, we see last sold on July 12th for $290, July 12th for $276, June 28th, $300. Can you believe that? It just blows my mind. I honestly cannot believe it's that expensive. Or is that, yeah, I said that right. Now, if we look, the cheapest one is $370. $370. Now, I'm going to set mine to the last sold price of $290. I think that's very fair. There we are. So he's up $290. Darkrai. I sent a last order, I guess, says Mr. Bot. Last order time. You got it. Let me just take a quick look and see. I'm curious what it is. Because I think with Mr. Matt, we have a bag sort. So I don't want you to get stuck behind a 20-minute bag sort. Let's see. I don't think it would take 20 minutes. Roki Hyun. He says 4 Obsidian Flames. I think I might open that real fast for him if you don't mind. Just where are we storing Obsidian? Obsidian Flames. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think this whole bag's necessary, is it? There you go. So I'm going to go ahead and service this one, and then we'll go get those bag sorts done. Okay, you ready for this? This set used to cost $200 a box, And then you would pull the Chase Charizard out, and you know how much he sold for in a PSA 10? $200. And so he was unbelievably underpriced. And that was a big part of the Pokemon crash, actually. It seemed like people just weren't as enthusiastic for the new Scarlet Violet gimmick, Terastalization or whatever it was called. And so, you know, the Altarts came out for those terastalized Pokemon, and just nobody wanted it, man. It wasn't until much later that people started realizing the big money was actually in the AR cards. The AR cards were making good money. Okay, here we are. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Here's Ortega, Darkrai. Oops. I wonder what kind of style they're going to come up with the new Wind and Waves cards. And I wonder what the trick's going to be for Wind and Waves. Yeah. Okay, so that's Dragonite. Got a lot of time today. Nice. Having time on your hands? That's Robert Wright. I like how active you are in the stream, Mr. Musubot, and I'm not talking about how many packs you open. I'm talking about you're always hanging out here, so I like that a lot. We are. It's nice to have that. You just kind of popped in one day, and now you're like one of the more active people in the group. We're going to drop this in here. There we go. And here's this. Going into your bag. One Dragonite. Kind of rough, actually, if you think about it. I think that round was a little bit rough. It is a cool Dragonite, I agree, yeah. If only there had been an Altart Dragonite in the set, then that set wouldn't have been unpopular at all. Matthew Rodriguez, he says, 3 bag sorts. If you could please scan through my bags and highlight any hits. I can't remember what I have. Matthew, it's your turn, Matthew. Let's go grab your stuff. Mister has never shared such praise. Damn you, mister, you forgot about me already? No, I appreciate all you guys. I'm just saying he's a brand new guy, and he's just instantly very active. That's all. I'm saying it's a good thing. So, Matthew, you have 4 bags, actually. I think we should be able to get all 4. It's a pretty slow night. Hosts are calm and no artificial hype. That's right. Oh, my God. Here we are. Here we are. So, this is baggie number 3. It's probably your latest bag. This is called a bag sort. It costs $3 per bag. And basically, I show you what your hits are and organize your bag for you. So we're going to do that real fast. This gentleman loves waifu cards, so he's got a lot. Okay, so you got a bunch of hollows here. You got the cowgirl, but she's not the cowgirl you're thinking of. Different kind of cow. Jeez Louise, man. This is Weiss Brown Dust, and they are certainly naughty. So that's baggie number 1. Baggie number 2. All right. If you ever don't want these hollows for the Weiss Schwartz, these, believe it or not, they can be traded in as well. Just like Pokemon cards can be traded in, because we'll use them in the junk packs. Oh, I forgot to mention, we got fresh junk packs, guys. Those junk packs are brand new. $3 junk packs contains what? Junk. So they got junk in them. They got junk in the trunk, in fact. Okay, here's Seashell Lady. So your little pile of bulk cards here might turn into, who knows, like a PSA 8 Vintage Abra or whatever it is we're offering. That should be in a top loader, I think. Okay, let's see. Should have given you a top loader for that. And this is a signature, but I don't think it's on the same level as a Weiss signature. All right. Okay. These are some hollows. That's baggie number 2. Baggie number 3. What about me, bro? Oscar Ascendez, you're the best too. I feel like, you know, this last couple months, I can see who my real friends are. Like Mr. Oscar Ascendez. He's my real friend. Appreciate you being here, man. Let's see. We got a nice group. All right. Let's see. Ooh. Grabbing all these. Okay. All of my waifu cards are stuck together. Weird. Huh, how did that happen? So I don't know why I sleeved all these hollows. Those are not even good hollows. I was sleeving bad hollows, apparently. This card you see here is called Nivelle Arena. It's in the menu. It's very, very cheap. Like, it's one of the cheapest booster packs you can open. It's called Nivelle Arena, full of a lot of waifus. Okay, more of the brown dust. You are a brown dust enjoyer, in fact. Okay. Can't decide whether to restock it at that super high price. Here's some, like, promo cards. I never know what to think of those. Okay. This is probably a packet of hollows. Everyone like What About Me? Let's see. Oscar's one of the coolest guys. Ah, dang it. I did this a couple times. Oh, man. Get your bags off of my arm. They're stuck to my arm. Put them up here. New subscriber here. Love your collection and also saw you collect coins as well. Love coins. Yeah, I've been an avid coin enjoyer myself. It is. Pokemon, of course, has done quite a bit better for me. But, you know, I like silver and gold. When I was originally going to get into collecting, I was actually studying silver and gold and sports cards as well. I don't even watch sports, but the idea of investing in a card rather than in a stock at the time was already a big idea for me that I was highly fascinated with. So I was looking at baseball cards, I was looking at gold coins, you know, and I never stopped having a passion for it. It's just always been interesting. Hard to beat that Pokemon return though, man. Pokemon cards have really, really exploded. So it's just hard to beat that. It is. So it's like, if you know Pokemon card's going to go up times 20 and a coin's going to go up times, I don't know, 20% or something, you know, you end up going with the Pokemon card. It would just be a bad idea not to. Here it is. Let's see. This goes here. This goes here. Okay, some more promos. So we're getting real familiar with your bag. I don't really want to sort these really cheap ones over and over. Here it is. All right, here's some Weiss hollows. So here's like your non-super big hits. Here's your junk. Some promos here, and those are your actual hits. Last baggie. You can toss the Nivelle hollows. Here we are. Yeah, they're usually just, they're usually pretty cheap. So these are standard hollows for Nivelle Arena. And I totally understand why you say that now, because the Nivelle Arena stuff is just absurdly cheap. Here it is. All right. We're tossing the Nivelle Arena. All right. All right. So those are moved. And then let's continue on with this bag. Are you ready? Anyone in the mood to battle? All right, so here are these. We're going to set this here. All right. Okay. Set this over here. These are all textured. I think they actually, I don't really know what they're worth. This is from Nikkei Precious, so we know those packs were pricey. So I'm just going to keep them in the hits bag, the hits pile. They're like mid-hit. Ooh, look at that. That one's kind of nice. Got her booty butt. All right. She's like the cover art, I guess. Okay, here's a Siggy. We're almost done. Oh, wow, even more of these. Wow, you open up a lot of that. Okay. You open up quite a lot of that. Okay. I think that's a hit, actually. That's a rainbow. Rainbow. Almost done. We're all the way down to here. Yeah, got this. Some people left the stream after we started sorting this. What do you think of that, Matt? That interesting? People kind of just want one type of cards on screen. It is, but it's also pretty late. But I've seen this before. Card sorting can sometimes get people to click off. That's why we can't do it for free. Okay. Hollows, hollows. All right. And there we have it. So you get this huge pile of sort of like, you know, middle of the maybe like middleweight value cards. You get a couple of these promos. I'd probably consider grading this one. And then over here, you have your actual hits. You got a Siggy, this thing, which is like SR triple star, Siggy. Now this is Nikkei Precious, and it's a star card. Siggy, Nikkei Precious star card. Booty butt cheeks. Siggy. She's like naked. This one's missing a top loader. So let me put this in a top loader for you. So all of those packs of the brown dust gave you 3 signatures right here. See that? Are those the ones you were looking for? Curious. All right. Might be a better one out there. I don't feel like they are the top crazy hits. Now let's just go through this, make sure we didn't mess anything up. We don't want to have wrongly categorized anything. Here's some more of these. Okay, these were all individually sleeved. How silly was that? Now this one goes over here. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to move these off to the side as well. You might have cut me off in the future. Might have to cut you off. You know, I've done that before. I've had somebody ask me to cut them off, right? And then I did. I said, well, you had me cut you off. I'm not going to service you. And you know what that person did? And I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating or making this story up. They went right down the street to my competitor and started buying from that person. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. So, you know, people can say cut me off. I never do anymore. Because you'll just buy it off of eBay. You'll buy it off the next guy. That's what I've learned. It is. If you sell, let's say you're an alcohol store selling alcohol, and a guy says, don't let me buy any more alcohol. And you say, all right, you're banned. They're just going to go to Walmart and buy it over there. That's what they do. And I learned that so fast. I said, that was stupid of me. All right, let's see. There you go. But people joke about it. You know, if your shopping habits are giving you a little bit of stress. By the way, so this is all possible to trade in for spots on the trade break. These cards here, okay? There we are. Those are not Korean. Those are in Japanese. So they're a little nicer. So you can actually get some money for those. Okay. 1, 2. We'll call these bulk or something. I'd never do that. Oh, that's very nice of you. The other person did, and I was like, what was I thinking? There you are. Yeah, the idea that a person stops buying just because one place has maybe stopped them from buying, it's totally not true. But yeah, if you're ever spending too much money, guys, my advice is, I don't even know if I could give you good advice. You know why? Because I pretty much just spent all my money on cards, so who am I to speak? You want to know how much cash I have left? Enough to operate this business. It's basically all just cards. I'm as much of a degenerate as anyone. It's weird that it worked out. You know, it's weird that I bought a lot of cards and their values are holding up. And, you know, I'm grading and flipping them. You know, like these cards can be graded and sold. It is. It is. So I called those junk. They're not necessarily junk. Let's check these out real fast. You ready? Yeah, I don't own a lot of stocks or anything else. Just cards. It's a weird thing, isn't it? Most people would tell you to probably buy stocks or buy... here we go. Look at that. That's not supposed to be in there. Most people would tell you to buy stocks. That's a triple R. I feel that shouldn't be in there either. So these also can be traded in if you ever don't want them. You know, to extract value out of these would be to sit down and see which ones need to be graded, take months grading them. When they get back, you have to still find a buyer. That's an SR. And that can take a long time as well. And the profit margin can actually be really slim. You'd be surprised. You don't really get rich selling some cards. And some people prefer to hire somebody else to do that. That's what it is when it comes to trading these away. And I'll point out, you don't even necessarily have to trade these away for the actual trade break. The trade break's just available all the time to help people get rid of stuff they don't want. But you know, you can always make other suggestions for a trade. And I've always got my ears open for trades. One thing I like about trades is it's not a taxable event. So you didn't sell me anything for cash. I didn't sell you anything for cash. So it's not a taxable event. So I always try to get my trades in because I think it's sort of like an advantage. There it is. Like again, what did I do with all my money? I just bought Pokemon cards. So imagine instead of ever cash crossing hands, my entire card collection had been traded for, I would have paid significantly less taxes if I could have done that. It's just that it's not easy to do that. All right, there you go. So those are sorted. So these are 2 bags full of like kind of decent pulls. There might be some of these would potentially go on to make you serious money. I don't know about the Nibble Arena ones. They're very cheap. They're a bit of fun. But since they're in another language, they're in Korean, I think that they get harder to sort of like extract value out of. So I think for those, you need the Siggies. Well, like the Siggies probably are still worth it. So I question the Nibble Arena cards. One of the main reasons I question it is because I know what it costs to actually, I know what the distribution price on those are. And so, you know, I don't even want to know what the distribution company sells them for. There you go. All right. So we got all these, and now we're going to get you one last bag, and this will be the Matthew Rodriguez hit bag. That's a lot of waifus. In the past, BGS have returned cards for being too lewd. Think they grade brown dust? You can certainly give it a try. Some of them are slightly less lewd. You can try those. Right, like this girl, she's sexy, but not suggestive. Let's see. Yeah, they'd grade this. I don't know if they'd grade this one. This one's pretty lewd, but you can try. I think they might grade this one. I mean, this one's lewd, but again, it's not suggestive. Like, she's got a sword. If a card is too suggestive, I think that's where it starts to maybe bother them. It makes literally no sense because all their competitors will grade it. You know, like PSA will grade it, Tag will grade it. I don't know if Tag will grade some of those actually, because not because Tag thinks it's too lewd, but because they don't grade all Weiss cards. I think they only grade English Weiss. All right, so this shall say hits. Thank you, Matthew. Big bag sort to Matthew there, guys. He's been going deep for a while. There it is. All right, hits. Good. Lift these up. Now you know what you got. How useful was that? So that's $3 a bag for bag sort, everybody. All right. Very good. Now that kind of turned into 5 bags by the end of it, but he only had to pay for 3. Thank you, Matthew. That's completed. I'm going to show off the junk packs real fast. Don't forget, we restocked these for those who enjoy junk packs. What are junk packs? They're just made out of like random groups of cards. Let's grab one. Okay, here's one at random. This would be $3. You would get all the cards in here. You don't have to open it. You can have me put it directly into your bag. Okay, some vintage Pokemon. Here's a holo Final Fantasy, Star Wars, Playboy, a couple Playboys, and even some weird football cards. So that is an example of a junk pack, and they're always made out of that. They're just made out of all these cards I acquired over time from, I don't know, donations, abandoned bags, just everything. Trades, like I might have gotten this in a trade, and so now he's a little cute little booster. They're called junk booster packs. They're $3, and you can't complain about them because they are made out of junk. All right. Thought I'd advertise that. That's kind of what we do, don't we? We kind of sit down and tell you what we got. Well, today we saw a lot of movement in the vintage packs. In the daytime stream, the Tops pack went off. In the nighttime stream, the Gym Challenge pack has moved by 2 spots. So we're seeing movement there. A little bit of activity in the Poke Shuffles, maybe a lot of activity in the live customs. We're seeing live customs sell a little bit better right now. I think the live customs actually have the better hits right now, so that's kind of interesting. And we priced up a lot of these CGC cards now. Somebody slapped away one of these Snorlaxes. We see a little bit of movement on the Snorlax. He's all the way up to 5 now. And it was kind of a slower night. Yeah, tonight was definitely slower than usual. So I don't know what to expect for Tuesday. Sometimes Tuesdays surprise. Sometimes all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Tuesdays get really, really busy. But I probably need to make some new content, is the truth. We got to make new content, let people know we exist. I'm hooked on vintages. That's not a bad thing to be hooked on, you know, vintage. All right, guys. Well, it is 5:21 and the queue is empty. I think we're wrapping up here. Oh, but before we go, let's get some people on this giveaway slab from the Discord server, right? All right, so let's jump over here. I see everybody has chosen a number. If you haven't learned how to do that, we're not about to change course. If you want to get in these giveaways, get into the Discord server. It's very easy. All you got to do is pick a number between 1 and 20. That's it. That's all these guys did. And look how few people actually did it. You have no competition. So it's like, it's literally easier to get into the giveaway over there than to do Nightbot, because everyone knows Nightbot. Nightbot's like that. It's easy. So, but to do the giveaway from the Discord, it takes a slightly larger amount of effort, and that's why you're not going to have as much competition over there. All right, here goes. Landing on 19. So who got 19? Mr. Alex did. All right, Mr. Alex. It's funny, a lot of the mods are getting into the giveaways very easily right now. Okay, and this is going to be number 13. Who's got 13? Who got 13 without going over? Crooked Killery. What the hell? Crooked Killery? Whoa. I feel like that's a blast from the past. The Clintons. Whoa, did you see it slide? That's a 1. Did anyone guess 1? Nope. Here's 16. Who's 16? Oh, Mr. JC. JC's been around from the very beginning, guys. He's been around since the very beginning. Been around a long time. That's 3. That's Oscar Resendez. Okay, Oscar Resendez. We've been hosting these from the live stream. That's not about to change. I'm sorry, from the Discord server. We'll do some from Nightbot too, trust me, but we're going to keep doing this as well. Tonka Tootsie just got in there. There you go. Okay, there it goes. And so far for the month of July, I've handed out $240 of slabs in 1 month. So we just continuously hand out cards all the time. I'm pretty good at it. Been doing it for a long time. I guess you could say that's one of the positive things about our stream is how many thousands of dollars of cards have we simply given out for free in that time period. I mean, it must be a lot, right? Like, we've handed out a lot. So some people have gotten pretty, sometimes the pulls are better than others, but yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine. I wish we had tracked the whole thing. We could actually estimate how much we've given away over all these years, you know? All right, so there we have it. I'll just check the queue one more time, make sure nothing slipped in, and I think we're done. I didn't slap away the Totodile because I saw a buy it now for $600 on eBay. A buy it now of the Dragon Frontiers with the reverse hollow? I'm going to double check that, okay? And thank you for letting me know. If my price is ever really wrong like that, we have to correct it. But let me see, Totodile. You might have been looking at, let me just double check. Oh, that is a reverse hollow. You know what? I did not see that. I didn't. I thought that was a standard non-hollow. The picture, look. From here, it looks like it's a standard non-hollow. Okay, good catch. I did not see that. So he's much cheaper then. All right, so that'll change how we price him. I'll think about it, okay? All right, I'm not going to work on that right now. We're just going to hop off for now. All right, thank you, everyone, for being here. Appreciate you guys. See you for the Tuesday daytime stream. I'll see you there, guys.